Hello, everyone, and welcome. Finally, we are starting. It is my
Indeed,
fault.
we are.
It is my fault. I had to make mashed potatoes.
Also,
I
I
mean-
was sleeping.
Yeah. And I remembered the analogy. I just have to get it out before my brain explodes. But
Okay.
Yeah.
arguing with an idiot is like wrestling in the mud with a pig.
Oh.
You're both gonna get
Ah.
muddy, but the
Uh-huh.
pig likes it.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well played. Well played.
That's a very old
That's
expression.
good. That's a good one. I like
But
it.
yeah.
The pig likes it. That's not. You know what? You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
Alrighty. Well,
Anyway,
welcome.
hi everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
This is Pathenders, the podcast.
We might end some paths today. Who knows?
We
Some-
just
yeah, it depends on what decisions the players make, because the design philosophy of this section of the adventure is very much players have the initiative, and I have tried really, really hard to stick to that. Especially now that is coming up because, the players want to take some downtime, do some stuff, and I had to figure out how to allow that without taking away the initiative, but still having the world exist. So, if you guys hit the line that I drew, we'll find out what the cost of your downtime days is.
Oh.
But for now, let's not worry about it. Let's instead ask who remembers what happened last time.
Well, now I'm worried about
Now I'm very much
If you
worried
didn't-
about it.
it. If you didn't say anything, we wouldn't worry about it.
This is like when you
As
play.
Will said before we got online.
This is like when you play an RPG on day one of release, and you're like, "Oh no!" and you like need to know what happens if like you fail this optional scenario or not. And it's like, is the rewards worth it? And
Don't know, you'll
one's
have to
written,
wait.
and no one's written the guide yet. And you're like, "Fuck."
Fuck. It was start of downtime last week. Charlie was brooding in her room.
Got drunk.
Yeah, got drunk. Bonded with Loredana a little bit over trauma.
Yeah.
Surreal talked to her
Trauma
mom
bonding.
more. Trauma bonding.
And mom drama.
Yes. Yeah, bonded with mom a little more, maybe, possibly. Who knows?
Who knows?
And Gallus went to go talk to Jaina, like, hey,
Sup,
what's up,
batch?
bitch? I enjoy that we both went the exact same route.
Yeah, absolutely.
It makes sense. And Surreal made some poison traps and shit. And then oh yeah, Gallus also went to talk to totally honest Jeffrey. Nope, Jonas.
Jonah.
Nobody can remember his name.
Honest
It's
Jacob.
Jonas. His name is Jonas.
Honest Jim bro.
Yeah, and I finally realized what was setting me off about his name being Jonas this morning, as I realized I'm kind of doing the voice for him, the captain from the Venture Brothers,
Oh.
and for the whole like back half of that series, he works for Jonas Venture.
Huh.
And so he's saying Jonas a lot.
Jonas.
Jonas.
I was like, why do I want so badly to say his own name in his own accent? It's like, oh, I'm Jonas. And I was like,
You're like,
oh, that's why.
why. I'm glad you figured it out.
It's
Sometimes
all
the shape
coming
of my
together.
brain is a little fucked up.
Sometimes it just wrinkles in the perfect right way where things connect and you're like, oh my god.
Oh my god!
Hopefully that happens tonight with all of us.
Yeah, we
knows?
totally know what to do.
Yeah.
Totally made plans.
Well, I have a plan for the beginning, so we can probably go from there.
Yeah. But you know what we gotta do first?
Yeah, the bit.
Yeah.
So, Rump, are you recording?
Yes.
Me, am I recording? Yes.
Yes.
Jess, are you recording?
Jess.
Yes.
Oni, are you recording?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh no, it's all Frump. Oops, all Frumps.
Uh,
All right, sync clap in 3, 2, 1. Our story begins, as this story seems to often do, with a funeral.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm used to there not being a funeral for the people we killed recently, so like I honestly forgot we were doing a funeral for Zane. I was trying not to call him Jonas was the problem.
Gallus
Yeah,
is
it's-
already in his like the same funeral attire he wore last time with like the black clothes
The
and the
veil.
veil and everything, and he's crying. He was such a good wizard. It's almost like he's competing as who's crying louder, him or Charlie.
And unlike the last funeral, Charlie doesn't have to fake being sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
So
hear
it's-
Charlie, he had such a good personality.
Yeah, so unlike the last funeral, it's not raining today.
Oh.
No, instead, we're doing the early morning funeral where like the sun isn't up yet. The sky is lightning, but it's not up yet, so everything looks like gray and blue.
Yeah.
Because that's the other time that you're allowed to have funerals in a movie.
Specifically, casket funerals. The other one is when it's snowing. But that's when you just leave the person's body on the ground and they have an emotional moment by themselves.
Or snowing on a funeral pyre.
Yes, exactly.
And that is the funeral that Zane has opted for. His body is on a small pyre that is going to be lit, and he's going to be interred to the sky.
Out of character. Look, Charlie, it's your favorite.
Is there like, can I see remnants of his body, or is it just bones?
Has the burning happened yet?
Wait.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Didn't he burn to death? So like,
well,
Yeah.
Oh, technically, most people die from asphyxiation.
well,
So you know,
well, I
he
mean,
was already dead when the fire started. Let's be clear with that.
okay, that's fair.
Suriel put a sword in his mouth.
Let me rephrase. Wasn't his body in the burning building?
It was.
What is
However,
left?
fire has to reach a certain temperature before
True.
bones burn. So what we have here is, well, it's wrapped up in linen, so you can't, directly see, but it looks like it's mostly just bones in there. And the burning is more symbolic than anything actual, because there's not a lot of him left.
Mm-hmm.
But it is there. It is built. And Oppian gives his mostly empty church platitude kind of speech. So it's pretty boilerplate stuff. It was a good friend and a loyal advisor. The cause is hurt without him, yada yada. You've heard it before.
he got AI GPT to write that one because he's too emotionally traumatized right now to write something himself. But it's kind of similar to everything else he said.
Yeah.
Fill in the blanks for each friend, you know.
And then after he finishes, he says, well, there's someone here who was closer to him at the end than I was. And Charlie, would you like to say a few words?
I like to imagine like Gallus starts to get up and then he said Charlie and he go, oh.
Gallus starts to get up and Suriel has to put her hand on your shoulder.
Right? Like,
Oh, sorry.
right. She just like pulls him by the back of his shirt.
Oh, Charlie.
Before we
right,
do that,
of course.
Before we do that, we should probably roll hero points.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
One of these
that's a
days
good
I'll
one.
actually remember to use mine. I haven't done that in a long ass time.
Oh no.
Necessary
Yeah.
for you for a bit, yeah. So, I know what my problem is.
Well, it's a natural 20 again. The fuck.
Well, that's,
Jeff, what the fuck?
well, that's
Yes,
good.
get it out of the
That's
way
a-
now.
Because I rolled
15.
a natural
I don't want
one. So
No!
Perfect.
We have 2.
so got that
Okay.
out of the way.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, so you have 2
Scared player
points.
noises.
I have 1 points. And so yeah, Suriel, or
Maybe-
not Suriel. Charlie, would you like to say a few words?
Not me either. Good job.
Charlie will nod her head solemnly and stand up, and she's going to smooth out her skirt. She's wearing a plain black dress, very simple, and a veil, a black veil, and she'll walk up to the podium or in front of the pyre, whichever it is. You're going to see her dig in her pocket, and she's going to bring out a crumpled parchment, and she's just going to unravel it because you can tell she's been clutching it very hard. So she'll start with a long pause, and I am here today to celebrate the life of Phaedrith Zane, who left me, who left us far too soon. Although I knew him for only a short time, what a whirlwind it was. I will cherish each moment that I was in his presence from this moment on. Time with Phaedrith, I found an intelligent, tenacious, and thunderous man. He had a heart full of love, and though that love was not always returned, it never wavered. But in the end, it was most definitely returned. He taught me the true meaning of love, that it is not something that can be earned or bought, but rather something that is freely given. And then she's going to compose herself and look up and at the pyre and go. She's gonna talk to Zane herself, like as if he was here. I mourn the life we could have lived. I mourn the dream I had of our future, of a little girl I dreamed of, and because it means elf and little redhead, she would have had your spirit and my hair. One thing I say a lot is fuck around and find out. I did in the literal and metaphorical sense. And the outcome was I found a man who I loved unconditionally. Grief is my love souvenir. It is my proof that I loved and loved ferociously. It is the receipt I will hold and wave in the air and say, look, love was once mine. All mine. I am capable of love. Here is the proof that I paid the price. Zane, how do I move on when all I ever wanted has been ripped from my grasp? Life that we find each other and try this all over again. I love you. I miss you already. Please wait for me. And then she'll fold the piece of paper that she wrote all of that down on, and she'll step up to the pyre and she'll tuck it in between like the pieces of wood so that it could burn with Zane. I look at Appian and I go, may I? And I'll gesture towards the pyre.
Please.
Yeah, do it
So
yourself. You're so good at it.
So she'll wipe her eyes, and the tears that are on her hands start to evaporate as the flames grow out of her fingers, and she will grasp the logs in front of her on the pyre and go. And she'll whisper, forgive me. Forgive me. She's whispering it as she's lighting the fire, and then she will allow it to go up in flames. And she'll step back and just stare into the fire.
Okay, and it's all dry wood and treated with oil, so it catches almost immediately. And as the flame grows to cover the whole top of the pyre, and you look into it, on the other side, just for a moment, you see the blue semi-translucent force ghost of Zane.
Away.
And he
He's
just...
a tourist.
Yeah, just for a second, you see him. He looks you dead in the eyes and flips you off with both hands.
Yeah.
No way.
Wow, rude.
Okay.
Well, you did betray and murder him, so...
Yeah.
Look, he was
Literally
gonna
and
murder
metaphorically stabbed him in the
me.
back.
He was gonna murder
She
me,
did it for
and no
her
one wanted that.
sister.
Doesn't
She
matter
did it
how-
for her sister.
Oh, and for
Yeah.
her sister too. That too.
Yeah, you just for a moment see that, and then a tongue of flame whips past where he is, and when it clears, he's gone, like a spy disappearing behind a passing bus. And you have no way of knowing whether that was real or a grief hallucination, because ghosts are real in this world. But
We worked with one.
yeah, I used to be friends with a ghost.
Then he died.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's true.
Then he decided to leave us.
Well, he would refer to it as transitioning, probably.
True.
He was already
He
dead
still
when you met
left
him.
us. He
No,
still
that
left.
that was the joke. Though.
Yeah.
Seeing this figment or ghost, whether it was real or not, seeing seeing this figure flip her off, she will start to sob.
That's when Suriel will get up and help Charlie down to sit down somewhere.
And given the current climate in the town, as soon as the funeral is over, nobody hangs
Disperse.
out and chit chats. Everyone disperses and hurries back to their businesses or homes. And
Oh, there's no potluck? Damn.
people are afraid to be in the streets.
Losers.
I like
Skill
to
issue.
I like to imagine Charlie sits down next to Gallus, and Gallus leans over and whispers, "Good job on the speech, very convincing."
Especially that big fake,
Chill.
cry at the end. That
Oh,
was
the crying.
inspired.
Could have won awards, darling.
The sob-
Charlie just...
But
No, go ahead. You were gonna do something. Mine was just a joke.
I was just being a smart ass, and it was like the sobbing, just chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
I was gonna say Charlie looks at Gallus, eyes fucking red and puffy, tears streaking down her face, like, what the fuck, dude?
I gotta know your secret, darling.
Like, what the hell,
Just
man?
Acting.
Yeah,
Just,
totally.
I all the time in the Whisperwood, I would just make little plays, one woman plays, and I would act.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's
probably
it.
not a lie. That's probably not a lie.
Yeah, the only lie is that she's not mentioning it was puppets.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Sock puppets specifically.
Like shadow puppets? Hell yeah. She would have done shadow puppets.
I'm talking about like Punch and Judy puppets.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
This little wooden with spring arms.
Yeah.
Googly eyes.
Yes.
Funny, like, fucking hay for hair.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Little doll clothes.
Jess had her, Charlie had all of her own little, like, fucking family drama going on. Between all of the dolls.
You could just basically imagine like Billy Madison where he's in the tub and shampoo is better. I make the hair clean. Conditioner is better. I make the hair silky and smooth. Really fool.
That's how I
yeah,
imagine.
really. Like that is first of all, that's my like favorite scene, like almost of all time. But regardless, like that's how you would picture Charlie is like in this like wash basin. Talking to the
Pretty
shampoo
much.
and conditioner.
Yeah.
Gal's just,
Wow.
that's a little sad, but whatever.
Oh, it's so sad.
Oh,
Anyways.
that's just, you poor darling. That's so sad.
Return, yeah, and we presumably return to the inn since everyone else is going home or to work.
Yeah.
No, 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 no.
So, would I be correct in assuming that you'd go into your rooms to change out of your funeral clothes?
Yes.
Sure.
And I have to imagine Suriel's funeral outfit is the same as her regular outfit, just all in black.
Yes. No.
As we
No. She's. It is
we were
hilarious
walking
to
back
think
to-
about. Go ahead.
If we were walking back to the little Usquid, the only thing I would do is I would want to go to one of like the spell shops to buy a scroll, a specific scroll.
Which
Oh.
scroll?
What you buying, Bestie?
Is
It's
I
a
gotta pull up
secret.
the name. Hold on.
You mustn't know, James.
Well, I
Oh,
do
no,
need to
you
know
do know.
whether it exists or not.
It does. I just got my arcane list. 1 second. Spells.
You mustn't.
It's in here. Hold on. It's called Dream Message. I'll put it in the
Oh.
I'll put it in play. that is it. So this is I'm able to send a message to my target's dream, and it's a one-way. It's up to a minute of speech, and if the target is asleep, they receive the message instantly. If not, they receive it the next time they sleep, and then as soon as they receive it, I know that the message was sent.
What
Oh,
are
that's
you plotting?
If you heighten
It's
to
a
level
third level
4, it
spell.
targets 10 creatures. That's really good.
Oh, mass hallucination. That's cool.
So then I would buy that, and then I would sit in my room solemnly as I put my little glasses on Steven to learn the spell. And I'll roll really quick to make sure I can meet the DC, because then I would do something with that.
Oh, who you going after?
I like to imagine the receiver of the dream message. They just dream about like them standing in a void, but there's like an end table with an answering machine on it. They just beep. You have one missed message.
Message.
It's a third level. I gotta meet a DC of 20. All right.
What's the dream hold music?
Da, 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 da.
I just met the DC. It's a 9 plus my.
Oh, nice.
It's my arcane modifier, correct?
Yeah, your Arcana.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's plus 11, so it's 20.
Okay, so you exactly make it, and
Yeah.
so we're talking 16 GP for the learning process and 30 for the scroll. So for a cost of 46 GP, you have added Dream Message to your spell list. Or to your spells known, I should say. It was
pricey
already
one.
on your list. Yeah?
Yeah, it's a pricey one, but good one. So,
Yeah.
but
So
that's it.
that takes it takes up 3 hours of your day, but it's totally doable.
Mhm.
Suriel, when you get back
Yes.
to your room,
I know.
book
Ah,
is just sitting on the night table next to your bed.
the
Dun, dun.
damnation book.
Yeah, the Damnation Compact.
Okay, I just want to. I
it's-
have a lot of books. I wanted
yeah,
to make sure
it's-
we were all on the same page.
Yeah, it is alone on the night table, and it shakes when you enter the room, as though demanding your attention.
You can't demand shit from me. Shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding.
You're just a
You're
book.
not the boss of me. You're a book.
You ain't
Frozen on the
shit.
ground.
What do you think you are, Harry Potter?
No, we don't talk about that here.
And I threw it on the ground.
Yeah, nothing is stopping you from ignoring the book, but
Yes.
that what I said is happening.
Yes. Oh wait, no, it's not. It shouldn't be there because Charlie has the book.
Well, Charlie has the excerpt from the Book of the Damned.
No, Charlie
No.
took the book back.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
I
she
didn't-
did?
Yeah,
want,
when Suriel,
I
yeah,
didn't want Lady Magda, to
Magda.
take it.
Oh, that's right. Then it is on. Then Charlie, it is there for you when you come back. Then, sorry, I thought Suriel still had it.
No.
I'll sit and I'll stand there and look at it, and just right now it leaves a sour taste in my mouth because of
You know,
what it took to
things.
get the book. And
You know, sometimes you funny haha stab your boyfriend in the back and kill him for the secrets he has. It's fine.
yeah, and then the ghost slash unknown, if it was a figment of my imagination, ghost flipped me off. So she's really like in a sad mood, and so she'll take the book and she'll walk to Serial's room and knock.
Door is mostly open, so you can just push it open and walk in. If you announce yourself.
I go, "Can I come in?"
Suriel. Yeah.
Hey, I took this before Lady Magda could get her sticky fingers on it. And I'll hold out the book. You should do whatever you want with it first. Not her.
Yeah. Bro. Do you want it? I mean, I
don't
highly
think I
doubt
can
it.
handle it right now.
We'll just gently stand up from her desk and take the book from Charlie.
Maybe when you're done with it. But right now, no, I don't want it. Just want to get out of this fucking pact.
You might not ever want it. I mean, based on... I asked and I did some research. Based on this, it's just another way to get your soul stuck.
Yeah,
Well.
and both of you, whenever you touch this book, there is a compulsion. Not even one strong enough that would require a will save, but just that feeling is there anytime you handle it of wanting to delve into its secrets, of wanting to perform the ritual.
And that's real hard for Serial, because she likes secrets.
So Charlie will go. She'll kind of like rub her neck and go, "What does it do again? Just takes more of my soul."
It
There's
damns
already
your
somebody
soul.
wanting it. Sorry,
Yeah.
can you repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
It essentially damned your soul. It's why it's called the Damnation Pact.
Yeah, the trade-off being it forces open the channel of fiendish power you already have, giving you more.
I'll just kind of look at it and I go, I already damned my soul by stabbing someone I loved with my dagger, so yeah. I don't know if I was hallucinating or it was the oil from the pyre, but I could have swore I saw Zane give me the double bird. So that hurts.
Surreal opens her mouth to say something and then closes her mouth and is like, takes a moment to not say what she was gonna say, and it's like, I mean, we did work with the ghost, and he might. You never know.
He might
really
meet in ghost
did.
heaven.
He might come back to get revenge.
Well, I deserve it. He can come.
Zora isn't gonna say anything at that. I mean, she knows Charlie isn't really in the mood for that type of talk right now. So Surreal's just gonna put the book down and will sit down at her desk and then we'll pat the bed. It's like, do you want to talk about literally anything else to try and help get your mind off of things? Or...
I'll kind of like do one of those like head like bobs, like, yeah, I could sit. And she'll sit down on the bed and she'll cross her legs and cross her arms and kind of sit there. Well, I don't know if I told you this. My sister's in trouble.
I kind of put that together based on the, everything that happened. Do you know well, no, you just told us out of character, Jess, right?
Told you a
Exactly
little
what
bit
was
out of
happening with
character.
Max. Yeah.
I think so. Uh, I think the only thing you would know in game was that as I was talking to Zane after stabbing him, I said I wanted you to come with me and help me to get Max. She's in trouble,
Yeah.
and so you would have heard that from Charlie, but you wouldn't know the details.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I don't think
so
I don't
she'll
think even
go ahead.
I said I don't think even out of character you know the contents of the last letter she got from her sister.
No.
The most recent one or the one before that? I'd have to
The
look
most
way
the
back
most
for the
recent
one
one.
before that. The most recent one? Okay. Yeah. Because
Yeah, I
I
know
think I told you like she's in trouble. Like that's I think the only that's as
Yeah.
far as I got.
I don't think you've shared any of the details of that one in or out of character.
Not. Surya will kind of sit back in her chair and cross her legs. Yeah. How so?
So she'll uncross her arms and then dig in the other pocket that she has on her skirt. She wouldn't have changed out of her black dress. She would have stayed in it.
Mm-hmm. She's still in mourning.
And she'll, yeah, she's just gonna. It's not even worth uh, the effort to get in a new bit of clothes. They're just clothes. So she'll unravel the letter. You'll see that is also crushed up from holding it tightly.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll go, she made a new friend this week. And it was a nice old lady to come to see her again. Got her a sweet roll and taught her a new spell. And she only had 2 lessons for it. And she asked if that was the first spell I learned too. It's the same bitch that met me 15 years ago. No, I take it back. I can't do fucking math. Hold on.
I believe in you. You got this.
Charlie is 24 currently, yes.
So I made her actually like 19 because the way that
Oh, Suriel's
18
24.
or 19
Yeah. Surreal's 24.
because of the way that I wanted Max to be like still like young, but like young enough that was, you know, that kind of like taking care of my little sister kind of thing, but like
Yeah.
old enough to like, yeah. So anywho, hold on. 7,
How old was Charlie when she got?
I think canonically we said 7.
Okay, so it's
So
12
she's
years
like,
ago.
yeah,
You were
that's
close.
it. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I was close. So rewind. So this the same bitch from 12 years ago came to talk to me at my most vulnerable. I know it's her. It has to be her. Because Razalago even said the same thing that she told me, is that I deserve nice things, and I'm just piecing it together that you're just gonna see her like grasp her fists and like you'll see smoke come out of them because she's so angry.
Hey James, are there any
Yep.
like is that a specific thing that some gods say? Not gods, sorry. Beings will say to try and like get humans. Like, is that a specific catchphrase that one of them might say that I would have heard about?
Roll me a religion.
Oh boy, religion. Ooh, that is a. Where's my religion? There you go. That is a 26.
Okay, you're not aware of any deity or like group of outsiders who uses that specific phrasing, but as a general sentiment, like that's what most otherworldly bargainers will use of like, yeah, whatever it is that you want, you deserve a better place in life or a better thing. Like that's a lot of them will use that as the bargaining tool to get somebody in.
Okay, so it's not one specific one. Cool.
Yeah. But the same specific phrasing might be an indication that you're dealing with the same or similar entity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not uncommon for otherworldly beings, whether benevolent or not, to use that phrasing to get people to listen to them. But it does seem like you are dealing with someone either related to or even the same entity that came to you. I guess I never really... I mean, I understand with what's happened recently with your patron and how she's treated you. But what makes it so bad to you outside of everything else that I have been here to see?
This is just out of game. Can you repeat that?
Suriel's just trying. You're good. Suriel's just trying to get an understanding of why Charlie doesn't like her patron so much. Like, why is it so frustrating for her to serve this patron? Yeah. Other than, obviously the fact that she's been taken advantage of.
Right. It's mainly that. So then in game, it's Charlie will go, "He took advantage of me. I was 7. I was so vulnerable. My sister was just born that day. I was alone. I was happy, but I was sad. I was impressionable. And here comes a guardian angel, and she'll do the quote unquote with her fingers. It comes to talk to me and makes me feel better. Tells me I deserve nice things. And what was the nice thing that I thought of? The first thing that popped in my head was my sister. And later on, I remember going into the woods, and then I came out of the woods and I knew, and I had Steven and a necklace, and that was it. And I don't remember any of it. That's what gets me the most, is that I should at least have an idea of what I swore myself to. I don't like not knowing.
Do I know
Because
if it's common?
It's an agreement.
Yeah. Do I know if it's common for people who make these type of soul binding agreements to not remember their agreement at all? Or is that are there any specific deities that do that so it's harder for people to get out of?
It's hard to say, because on the one hand you have not remember it, and then on the other is didn't know what it was in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And from her story, this might be a little out of game, but from her story it's not immediately clear which category she falls into.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So Jess,
Yeah.
is it that she got duped into making an agreement she didn't fully understand the terms of, or is that she doesn't remember the conversation?
I think my gut instinct says duped. Because of the circumstances.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, so Suriel, with what you know, that lines up really well with this being an infernal patron of some kind, because that's how devils operate.
Yeah.
They trick you into signing a deal that you don't understand the terms of, or have been deliberately misled about the details of without it technically being a lie, like that kind of idea.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, with her existing suspicion that it is a devil, like that really lines up with what you know.
Mm-hmm. And Charlie, you'll see Suriel kind of take a moment to just process what you told her. And she'll sit back a little bit further in her chair, kind of covering, like really covering your mouth, but you know how when people kind of like rub their hand over their top lip and sigh?
Yep.
And Suriel will go, well, that does line up with what I've learned.
Charlie will
With what
nod
I
her head
know.
and she'll just silently nod her head. And I went for a long time always having to be ahead of the game to know the next move. Because I had to protect Max, had to protect myself, had to make money, had to keep everything rolling and smooth. And the minute I this was taken advantage of, and that's what I fucking hate is people, because I've been taken advantage of so many times anyway. Just for where I lived, who I was, how I lived. And being an adult, quote unquote, she'll do the quote unquote again.
Who quote adult?
Like the
I'm
an
one of
adult.
those.
That's me. That it leaves a bad taste in her mouth.
Just... Syria will kind of sit up for a second, contemplate if she's about to say this, and we'll look Charlie straight in the eyes and we'll say, while I sympathize with the frustration of being taken advantage of at a young age, empathize even, that is what infernal fiends do. That is part of one of their best skills. So
Charlie will sigh.
think
Go ahead, finish.
less. You're good. And Surya will kind of lean forward to Charlie and will say, I think you're more mad at yourself for being upset over something you can't control than being upset that you can't get out of this in the first place.
Charlie will lean into Cereal and she'll go, I was taken advantage of one time too many. And this bitch did the one time too many. Me. And then she'll lean back and cross her arms again. That's what I don't like.
Then you get better.
Get good, nerd.
Skill issue.
Charlie lifts an eyebrow and goes, yeah, that's what I'm working on. And,
What the book is for.
Right? Surya will kind of pick up the book and will kind of look at it. I'm going to be honest. It is tempting in a way. A little bit too tempting. and I hold it. And the power is almost everything I've wanted. But I'm not about to not work at what I'm looking forward to in my life just to have it for a short amount of time. I mean, the benefits are there. They're plain to see on the paper, but if it comes down to damning my soul for only a little bit of power, and this isn't even permanent, I don't want it. And I don't think you should have it either. Because what? You get out of the contract with your current patron and you pick this book up and you damn your soul again. You're stuck in the same spot you were before, but maybe at least this time it was mostly your choice and you remember it.
Nah, I don't want that. Fuck that.
I don't
The
know. It could be
rewards-
fun.
Shut up, Ghost Gallus! Get out of here!
Just look
Gallus
at.
is listening at the door.
You you look at the door. It's open. He's there.
He's like listening through the keyhole.
No, the door's open. He's there. You never closed it.
Right? Just never close it all the way, and Gallus is just leaning against the wall like a cool guy.
Just leaning in the
feeling
door
left out?
frame. It's like, I was feeling left out, and I could hear you in my room.
I could smell the tea.
You have tea. Can I
Walls are
have some?
Thinner than you might expect.
And I already
Charlie
expected him to
will,
be pretty thin.
Go ahead,
Charlie
Jess.
leans back on the bed with her palms on the bed and just kind of leans back and goes, "It's fun, sure, but you know, I guess I learned my lesson. Who would have thunk?"
You learn? Not. I wouldn't have never guessed. Clearly sarcastic. Surya will put the book back on her desk and will be like, "Look, if anything at all, if it comes down to it, and let me try that again. And if we're anywhere close to your home, just let us know. I have a
Okay.
bit of a soft spot when it comes to siblings. And I mean, I hate to admit it, but my mom did say something really good earlier about having the choice to choose where your soul goes and how you live your life. And if she's just as young as you were when this fiend came up to you and offered you this power, then even I know it's not. I'm not gonna say it's not fair, because a fiend is just trying to live their life as well. But they could try a little bit harder, you know? They could
See,
go
that's the
after
thing.
less easy targets.
Well, right. And because she has so much more potential than some fucking pact. She is so smart. Like, you don't understand. Like, that's why I'm trying to get her into a wizard school. Because it's just wasted fucking talent. And that's what pisses me off.
But that's also why your patron is going after her. Speaking of which, how much... I mean, I know I already asked you this before, but is there anything else you know about your patron that you might not have known before and that you know now?
So, in game, Charlie is gonna totally, like, tell you. Out of game, Jess is gonna go, James, what do I remember?
What do I remember?
About your patron?
Yeah.
What
Like, what have I
what
learned?
we
What have I recently
recently
learned about my patron? Because honestly, like, I'm
blanking.
I haven't ate at all today, and my brain is fried. I've only had coffee today,
Oh
and
my
I know
god,
that's
I-
naughty.
Jess!
Yeah, Jess, what the hell?
I've been waiting for a pause to like shove a burrito in my mouth. So like,
Grapes, you're
that's
like 3
okay.
hours away. You drive down there and make sure she eats later.
Okay.
Right? No, so the things that you know for sure are that it is a powerful fiend of some kind. Pretty sure infernal, so a devil or one of the devil client races they allow to live and operate in hell, like a chitin.
Mm.
Mhm.
Um, other than that, roll me an intelligence real quick.
You're good at those.
And
Yeah.
you,
Charlie and Big Brain time.
Fucking big brain time.
intelligence. So I'm just doing +4 for my modifier, right?
Yes.
Okay. Debating whether or not a hero point would be useful right now.
I mean, it's always useful. It's whether you think it's worth it.
Yeah.
And probably.
Yeah.
Depends
I
on if you want to use
I
it.
think so. Because I need to like get some concrete answers. So if everyone's cool with it, I would love to roll use a hero
One of
point and
two.
roll with advantage.
So
I just
still
I
would.
part of me is like, I don't know, because if we are like gonna get in a fight in game, then we're fucked. I don't know.
You still
Yeah,
have
I'm
one.
gonna do it.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna roll with advantage. All right. So that's an 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. Second roll. Natural 1.
Oh.
So I'll take
What is?
the first roll.
Just a 12.
Yeah.
Okay. So
God
as
damn. Okay.
you query your brain for stuff that you know about your patron, you recall the note from, or not the note, the contract that Gallus took out of Oaktook's corpse,
Mhm.
and what it said, ordering him to keep an eye on the Scion of Etricaria. Now, you know that Scion has a kind of a literal meaning and a metaphorical meaning, being, direct blood child or like a student or disciple of some kind. And this is this is all like Charlie's deductive thought process, clicking tumblers over in a
Together.
lock. Like,
Mhm.
so you think about it, you know that it's either you or Suriel that it's referring to. You know that neither of Suriel's parents are named Etricaria. So,
Let me put my notes.
yeah, a pretty good deductive guess that you are the scion of Etricaria as her student / servant. So, pretty reasonable guess that is the name of your patron.
Now it clicks because I wrote that in my notes a while ago. Now it's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's right.
Oh.
Right. Oh, right. I do know this thing.
Yeah,
It's like,
and
oh, it's a jar of preserves. It's a Family Guy reference. Sorry.
It's
Yeah, and-
I'm that
airplane.
kind of millennial.
yeah, and that's not anything like, that's not a name that you know per se, but looking up the name of a specific devil is going to get you a lot farther than just looking up devils in general and hoping something clicks.
Mhm. So I will, after I after you see like Charlie basically like bust a brain cell thinking about thinking deep about more about my patron, I would relay
brain
that.
cell is never a way I would ever thought to describe it, but it is so Charlie.
Yeah, like Suriel, you're just sitting there waiting for like 15 seconds while her eyes are the spinning beach ball.
Yes. Abso-fucking-lutely.
She thunking real hard.
She's thunking really hard, like biting her lip, like
A blood vessel in her eye pops.
so
Right.
yeah, like, oh, I burst a blood vessel in my eye.
And one of Charlie's eyes is just red now.
Oh no.
Right.
She smells toast.
Why do I smell iron? And as her nose bleeds, like.
Right.
Do you taste copper?
So.
Oh
I got a little lightheaded.
Lost a lot of blood.
no. So blood.
That's a lot of blood. I had a bad day. I saw my
grief
boyfriend
wasted.
flip me off. Yeah, I'm grief wasted. Yes.
Yeah.
So, after she like gets a nosebleed and busts a brain cell, she's gonna go, well, so here's like, I think it's infernal. I think it's, remember that contract we read, Gallus, you were gonna throw this contract away, and she'll like dig around for it and she'll pull out the contract. She kept it. And she's going to unroll it, and she's going to read, order to keep eye on Scion of Etricardia. Well, and she'll, so it's either you or it's either me that Uktuk was keeping an eye on. So I guess I'm the Scion of Etricaria. So that's really where I need to start, is figuring that out.
Can start you somewhere.
Yeah.
From what I was talking to Mom yesterday, after I calmed down, and she told me some things that we didn't know before, actually. I mean, I deducted that Etrucaria is at least a pit fiend. Apparently they're known as the Covetous. Down in the hells, apparently she was... It was one of the deacons of hell, right? That she was trying to usurp?
Yeah, the Infernal Dukes.
Okay. The Infernal Dukes of Hell. That's a band name.
Put up your infernal dukes.
It's time to battle. And she was trying to, Mom doesn't know much information, but it was one of the Infernal Dukes that she was trying to usurp. And apparently, she hasn't been active in hell for nearly a century. But if this is Etrucaria that we are dealing with now, who knows if her not being active in hell is even true or not. And Mom doesn't really know much more than that, and there isn't much information on them either.
Charlie will roll up the scroll and kind of just like tap it on her knee as as you tell her this information. Hasn't been active in hell in nearly 100 years. Well, I do know I was in the Whisperwood when I came across, or just could say Ectricaria, potentially, and I was at part of the woods where normally wouldn't go, but I just decided to go, and it was a you'll just hear her describe this big black like standing rock, and James can kind of fill you in on the details. I'm picturing it kind of like a la Outlander, where it's that like pillar kind of thing, but it's black rock. So that's what I'm kind of picturing with that. But, you know, but there's anything could be anywhere in the Whisperwood. That's like, they say that there's a pit that goes straight to hell, so anything can come out of it. There's a whole bunch of, you don't know, like there's all kinds of things. And so, Whisperwood's, pretty fucking hardcore if you tell me, lived there 18 years. Fuck.
Yeah,
Fuck that place, man.
to fill in some detail, Charlie, the landmark that you're talking about is known as the Pillar of Palamia.
Can you spell that last word for me, please?
Palladina.
I will type it out, but it's Palamia.
Okay, I was close. I thought it was like Palladina, like Pasadena, but Pala.
Palomina. Okay.
Yeah, Palamia. And it is the subject of a lot of myths and lore for the locals. Some think it is a monument or temple built to a lost god, because it is not just a rock, it's an obelisk. It is a carved shaped thing. It is nearly perfectly hexagonal or hexagon, and it stands about 60 feet in height.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's big, and yeah, it is composed entirely of basalt, and yeah, it's just this perfectly smooth, almost polished looking tower of basalt. Yeah, some think it is a monument to a forgotten god. Others claim it is the prison of a god, and the pillar itself is a nail holding the gateway to the prison closed. It's, nobody knows for sure, but those are some of the local legends about it.
Mm-hmm. I doubt rolling on it with my knowledge would help, because I just know that stuff, yeah.
Well, no, that's Charlie knows this stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm just saying, like, me rolling on it wouldn't add any other information.
Potentially. You could try.
Could I roll,
Occultism?
I have religion, or could I roll maybe...
Arcana, even?
No, not outlaw.
Charlie,
I always try to use outlaw.
roll me another intelligence. Surreal, you can roll a society.
Society?
Roll
Try to do a
society.
better fucking roll.
I could hear it coming far off from the distance. That's a 24.
Gallus is good at society.
Gallus, yeah, if you're listening through the wall and that wasn't a bit, you can also roll a society.
No, he's at the door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's leaning on the door jamb.
Yeah, we know he's
I got
there, but it's just ignoring him.
I have a 22 intelligence roll.
Good
Nice.
God. Okay. So
Gallus rolled 27 society.
Let's go, guys.
Yeah, Gallus and Surreal, you both know the legends about it. And the odds of that being somewhat true are, it's not impossible. Because a big historical secret is that the god Rovagug is trapped in a similar extra-dimensional prison where a landmark of some kind serves as the gateway to where the prison is, even if the prison isn't physically in the planet. So something like that, imprisoning another god, isn't impossible. It's just a question of who and why. Charlie, making another deductive leap is Suriel has just told you that the devil you suspect is your patron, who is a pit fiend, which is pretty high grade devil. They're not deities in any sense, but they are about as powerful as a devil can be before getting to that area. Like the infernal dukes are all minor deities, enough that they can empower clerics with spellcasting. So
Okay.
yeah, that powerful of an entity being imprisoned somewhere, and the fact that you met your patron out there, and the devil you think your patron is hasn't been seen in a while. It all like lines up with maybe she is trapped in that thing.
Charlie's just brain blasted right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now her other nostril is bleeding, has a nosebleed,
Yeah.
and her face is like beet red as she's like really deductively thinking.
Yeah, and the other important deductive leap is if she is trapped in that pillar, that would explain why such a powerful entity has need of you to do things for her. That is a big question often with witches and their patrons is, why do they even need you? Well, her being trapped somewhere and only able to reach out through you adds up.
Mm-hmm. As I'm busting another brain cell, she's not going to have very many brain cells left after this. After pondering, when you said a pit fiend, is it a pit fiend can power a cleric?
No,
Power.
they're as powerful as you can get before you get to that level of actual divinity.
They can power witches.
So infernal dukes, which is like the next rank up a devil could go for, can do clerics. So her being one step below means a witch pact is the best she can do.
Okay. So, gotcha. Pit fiend and our witch level up equals infernal duke. That you can power up a cleric.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right, got it. Here I was like, oh, pit fiends can power clerics. Dot. Lady Magda.
It's like, oh.
And I'm like, oh shit, that's why. So when you clarified, I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, never mind. We're fine. We're in the clear.
Never mind.
Everyone, stop panicking.
Like, she's just like crying blood, like,
oh, Jesus Christ.
It's just like, I had a thought.
I had a thing.
I thought a lot today.
She used her brain real hard.
Good lord, you look like you had more than that.
This
Saw my
happens.
dead
Don't worry about
boyfriend
it.
flip me off in the pit in the pyre. Okay, it's been an emotional day.
After this much brain work, Charlie is going to be like the kid who's been running in circles for the last 20 minutes, just laying down and going to sleep instantly.
Pretty much, yeah.
Little dizzy.
Like where Stewie drinks like soda and he's like, ah, he runs in a circle. He's like, oh, now I'm sad.
Yes,
Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm upset.
Immediately lays down and goes to sleep after this conversation.
Yep.
Yeah,
In the
pretty
middle of
much.
the floor, just rolls up in a ball and like.
I like have Lagoon
Pass the
get
fuck
Charlie
out.
a cookie and some orange juice.
You're right. She's gonna need it, man.
I lost a lot of blood
Lost
again.
a lot of blood again.
Thinking burns
So-
calories. That is a scientific fact.
It does.
No wonder Charlie's like skinny but thick, because she's burning like she's eating so much, but like still like, you know, it's like her weight doesn't change despite all of her eating. She just fucking packs it in. Anyway.
Yeah, and you're an intelligence caster. Like that's how you do spells is with thinking.
Uh-huh.
So Charlie
Thinking a
needs
lot.
all of the food.
You're like, where is she putting all of that food?
In
Dude.
my brain! She says as she continues eating.
Yeah, like with a mouthful of apple in my brain. Oh,
King
tangents.
Charlie, Zara,
Love it.
and Linton Demir need to do an eating contest right now.
Yeah,
That's how
Zara
she won
also a
that,
big eater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how she initially
how,
made friends with Linton.
Yeah,
They ate a bunch of
Exactly.
food together.
And Charlie won. Barely.
Charlie. Well, no, we tied.
Oh, did you
and
tie? You're
he-
right.
Yeah,
Which means you
and
both
Linton
lost.
still gave me a vial of I can't remember, some
Poison.
poison or
Hunting
venom.
I think
Spider
he gave you
venom.
hunting spider venom, yes.
That's it.
And then you gave it to Surreal.
That's it. Like, I think you'll need this.
But
You put it on your
shit.
rapier.
Shit.
So
Where were
I
we
would
going
re-
with that
I would
conversation?
relay that
Okay.
pit fiend. I'd relay
Okay.
that pit fiend info and info about the, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
So
information
I
that
was
we just
reading-
learned.
Yeah, that info. So I'll just
that I
relay it
totally
and I'll just go-
processed.
Yeah, that I totally process as I'm wiping like the blood off from under my nose and like, yeah. So it's a lot of. I mean, it makes sense. A lot of
Makes-
locals just, you know, call it one thing, call it another. You know, like, ooh, there, you know, this is a prison cell, or ooh, this is, you know, this is just, you know, for funsies. Like they're people can't, you
For
know,
lulz.
make up their mind. Yeah, for the lulz.
Well, I mean, as
Sir-
they say, rumors gotta start somewhere.
Surreal will kind of pat Charlie's leg. I think you should go rest, and we can continue the conversation another time. You're literally bleeding from your nose right now.
Yeah. I was gonna ask how you were, but yeah, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, I'm
I don't want all
fine.
the spotlight on me.
Well, go to sleep.
Well, very
Okay,
well
and
then,
she'll
let's
lay on your
focus
bed
the
and fall asleep.
spotlight on me. I'm doing great, by the way.
Surreal's walking out with Charlie as Gallus is saying
Oh,
this.
no,
like,
she-
yeah, of course you are.
She flopped on your bed. You go,
Oh.
you need to lay down, and I'll go, okay, and she'll lay down
Okay.
near your bed and pass out.
And Surreal just kind of looks at Charlie and then looks at Gallus and is like, it's not what I meant, but okay.
You
Oh, look at that! Look at that! You have Charlie in your bed. I bet this is a great thing for you.
Surreal just slow blinks at Gallus, picks up the book, he's just like, I no
Don't
comment.
do
And
anything
she's gonna
I
go down
w-
into the basement.
Oh. I was like, as she passes Gallus, don't do anything I wouldn't.
And then she sees her go towards the basement. He's like, damn it.
Damn
was
it,
gonna
I
make a
wanted to
joke
go
that
down
time.
there. Huh? Well, if I go down there now, it would be weird.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do, including hit on your mother, because that was my plan.
Damn it, I was gonna hit on her mother. I can't do that while she's there. Or can I?
Can
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
I have to ask because I
Kip,
can never
give
remember.
me my seduction robe.
Is it red?
Of course.
Please tell
No,
me
it's
it's
purple.
red. Oh, you're right. It's purple, but it has like red embroidery on it, doesn't it?
Sure.
Gold.
It also ends at mid thigh,
Of course.
Of course. Oh yeah.
Zap Brannigan
Um,
style.
Exactly, yeah.
How far is the ladder down? Again, I can never remember.
It's like 20 feet.
Suriel doesn't use that ladder. She drops down.
Gallus uses the letter, don't look up my robe now. Suriel looks up what? Ah!
Ah, shit! Why is it so short? Why aren't you wearing underwear? No.
How do you do seduction?
Does Legume also come down with a saxophone? Or a recorder?
Yeah, saxophone, no shirt, arm streamers tied around his biceps.
Legume actually attracts Mom more than fucking Gallus does.
Plays careless whispers.
Yes. Shit, I forgot that whole conversation threw me off. Is Gallus actually coming downstairs or is he staying upstairs?
Well, he was gonna go downstairs because he wanted to spend downtime activity to relearn spells.
Well, he can do that while we're talking.
Yeah.
But it is that awkward. I thought you were leaving already as you walk in the same direction as the other person.
I've done that with little Karibo.
Oh, God.
We were having like this long conversation. We were like, well, all right, well, have a good one. I'm going to head back to my hotel room. And then we start walking back to the same elevator. And we're both like, well, this is awkward.
We already ended the conversation. What do we do now? But,
I think what you do in that situation is you just don't make eye contact or acknowledge each other ever again.
Yes, exactly. Until, like, 48 hours later. At least.
Well, unfortunately, I had to say something on the way to the elevator. Where it just got too awkward. I was like, I swear I'm not following you.
I swear.
You were frump at the time?
I'm always frump.
He's from. What are you talking? Yeah.
He's in my head.
You are frump, and frump is you. Frump is everything.
Frump. Except
Frump
blue
is
eyes.
love. Frump is
Frump
life.
is not blue eyes.
Oh yeah, it's true. Frump is not blue eyes, and he doesn't understand why not.
He is existential crisis about blue eyes, though.
Yes. Oh fuck.
Why do I have blue eyes?
Why
Suriel.
don't you?
Suriel is gonna drop down, and is her mom doing anything right now, or is doesn't want to disturb anything?
She's putting the finishing touches on Charlie's human skin outfit.
Yes, just like moms do, working on their daughter's prom outfit, which just happens to be made of the skin of her enemies.
Well, daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law. Yes, sorry.
Oh god.
Sorry.
Lady Magda's totally the mother-in-law that hates your partner.
Yes.
Yeah, she has been nothing but nasty to Charlie.
Except for like one time when we told her that Charlie was the one who got the kill shot on Calcira. That was it. And she was like, oh, really? Okay. I guess she's kind of cool.
All right, respect.
Yeah,
respect.
She's made the leather into pants and a vest.
Nice.
And it's finished dyeing it. It's dyed a dark brown, almost black, but the runes are still visible on it in blue.
That's a very Charlie outfit.
Yeah.
And Suriel will walk over. Go ahead if you were going to say anything.
I was gonna say, so she says, It would look fantastic with a white silk shirt, billowy sleeves, you know. Maybe a purple sash for accent color, you know, something to make it pop.
Gallus comes down, he looks at that and goes, "That's the color you're going for? Okay."
Look, this is for
You saw
Charlie,
what-
not
You
for
saw
you.
what color it was to start. I didn't have a lot of options.
Oh, if you say so.
I do.
Also true.
Hmm.
Speaking of which, since only
Yes,
Charlie
dear.
and I since Charlie and I were the only two out of a group that could use this, we came to a consensus, and
There's no need to
neither
brag
of us are
about
using
it.
it. Gallus can't see it, but he can feel Suriel's smile. It's one of those, yeah, I know, but I'm still going to.
Ooh, look at
As
me,
she
I'm
hands the book
Suriel.
over.
I can do the cool thing that Gallus can't. Ooh.
She'll hand over the damnation pact to Lady Magda.
You know what? Don't mind me. I'm gonna be over here reading a spell, like manifest Ghost Took and go into a corner.
Okay, whatever helps you sleep at night.
Is Zara in the basement?
Yeah, she is napping.
Oh.
Naps anywhere. We're gonna find Zara on the fucking roof one day.
I was just hoping she was awake to see her ex, now a Ghost Took.
And I don't think
I
she'd
mean-
recognize me.
Yeah, I think that's what we settled on, is she wouldn't realize it was him unless you told her specifically that it was.
Okay.
But like, you can do that if you want to.
I mean, Gallus doesn't know that those two had a relationship, so he has no real reason to.
Mm.
That is true.
Not gonna
Presents-
wake her up and goes, "Hey, I'd like to introduce you to Ghost Took. He's my bitch."
You make him say it.
I'm his bitch.
Clearly
Zara's
dreaming
like,
about
"Finally."
killing you, but can't.
Can't.
Right. But yeah, Suriel will hand over the damnation pact book.
I'm so glad you've reconsidered. I was worried that that disagreement we had did some irreparable damage to our relationship.
It certainly did something. It's not the best way to get me to listen to you, to shake me to reality, is to say I'm acting like the man I hate the most in this world.
Yes, I see that now, and I'm truly sorry for having done it. But I am glad that you haven't put this burden upon yourself.
I mean, eventually I might put some other burden on myself, and that will be my choice. And she'll look Lady Magda like straight in the eyes. Like, that will be my choice. And the only
I
thing you
understand.
can do is stand back and let it happen, whether it's a mistake or not.
Yes, I'm beginning to see that. You are so much like me. Which,
I wish I could agree, but I can't, because I don't know you that well yet. But I'll take your word for it.
it's the similarities we share are the things that frustrate me, because you always hate seeing in others what you perceive as your own flaws. I am headstrong and self-assured, just like you. That's why I get so frustrated when you behave headstrong and self-assured, because I know how much pain that it has caused me.
I mean, it's gotten me this far, but I do understand. Suriel kind of has to swallow her pride to say that she understands. Because she does understand. She knows that it can be a pain. Admitting it is hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Besides that, and you now have the book. Charlie and I talked, and I did learn that where she apparently went to speak to her current patron is this landmark called the Pillar of Palamia, somewhere in the Whisperwood. She doesn't exactly remember where it is, but it is a basalt pillar. I'm sure you already know about it.
Sounds familiar. And that's where she first encountered her patron?
From what she remembers, yes. Apparently she was very young when she ran into her patron and was bound into her contract, so...
That is when the more dastardly ones begin grooming their victims. They seek young and impressionable children who are easy to trick and raise to believe what is necessary for them to enter such a bargain. I've seen it one too many times. They are quite insidious. But if that is where she encountered one, that's... You know the rumors of the place, yes? That it is a prison for some forgotten god?
Yes, I know almost every rumor about it.
Well, it could be then that it is her patron that is interred there and is using her as some plot to try and make good an escape.
Even Charlie agrees that that would make sense, so... No, I didn't want to have to worry about this. And it's not even like if we broke the group apart and we all went our separate ways, like it would even matter, because now I have some connection to this fiend.
If nothing else, she is most assuredly aware of you. Though whether as asset or liability, I couldn't say.
And that's why I'm constantly concerned about it. Ariel's just got this like mile-long stare going on right now, and she says, "I'm constantly concerned about it."
And you said that Charlie is working on a way to extricate herself from this pact?
At least we're trying to find a way, but if her patron is truly this Etricaria, not gonna be easy.
No, it won't be. They are very intelligent, very powerful beings. You don't climb to the top ranks of hell by any other means than extreme guile. I would...
Sorry.
Thank you.
I would advise extreme caution if that is a course you seek to undertake, as I'm sure there are all manner of nasty countermeasures against exactly this kind of undertaking. If she is sworn...
Sorry. I can't remember if Charlie ever told us about the original thing. I can never remember if Charlie told us about her lungs or not. Like the first time.
He definitely didn't tell you everything.
Yeah, but did she tell us, what did Charlie specifically tell us about, if at all, like, if Mommy wrote anything on her lungs at all, or if, after making the mild contract, I say mild, the very serious contract to bring Uktuk back for the rest of that Jaxi fight.
I think I mentioned it briefly. Like,
Could she say specifically what had happened?
Honestly, I'd have to listen back to the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, as would I, but I think it's unlikely
Okay.
that she said everything.
I just wanted to make sure before I said
Yeah.
anything else.
I feel like I would have like said something like in a passing way, like, yeah, and I'm fucked up my lungs and something like that.
Yeah, but not. Charlie being Charlie, not realizing that she probably shouldn't have released that information, but it's too late now, so.
Right, exactly. This was young Charlie, impressionable
Yeah.
Charlie. Now she is grown.
And grieving. Continue, James.
I do the groan in the quote unquote way again. Anyway,
I forgot where I was.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, extreme caution. Yeah.
Yes.
With beings such as this, if they swear a servant to any kind of pact, it's for a specific purpose. She has a grand design, a mission in mind for your friend. And obviously, freeing Charlie from this pact means disrupting that plan. It is a strong possibility that she will react with hostility, violence, and if the patron truly is a pit fiend, well, the violence she would be capable of is fairly extreme. So, again, I would advise extreme caution if you're undertaking this course, and first and foremost, to not let her know that is your intent until you are prepared to strike.
Of course. It is a plan I will make extremely far into the future. It's not something I can even comprehend currently. Is facing down a pit fiend.
No, but it's a double-edged sword. There is an advantage to this as well. They are creatures that seem almost addicted to bargaining, to making a deal, to negotiating. Rather than force your friends a way out, which would incur the wrath of this creature, you could offer her something of such value that she would allow you to buy out the pact. Be far, far safer, of course.
But it depends on what that thing we get is. This is...
Well, what you get is her freedom. The question is, what does this
we
being
offer.
want? Yes. But if you can find that, you can win Charlie's freedom without needing to face down this creature in a fight. Which, I'm sure you'd agree, raises your odds significantly.
I do like secrets.
That is a good place to start. Information. They all love information. The more precious a secret is, the fewer others who know it, the more valuable it becomes to them. And therefore, the greater value it will have in bargaining.
Not like a blood thing. Is that I also really love that. Is that this like an inherent thing, or is Zuriel's like partially asking that jokingly, but also seriously because she's now realizing that, wait, holy shit, I really love doing that too. What the fuck?
Well, you do have infernal blood in you. So I can see how you would think that. It seems to be more of a spiritual compulsion for the devils. It's something inherent to their nature. Which you as a mortal, of course, are not as bound by, but other behavioral echoes have been documented before in a Nephilim such as yourself. So, yes, it's possible that it is a compulsion stemming from that.
Suriel will just nod slowly, like, yeah, that makes sense. I think that's the only thing I needed to talk to you about. No, I remember one last thing. Now I know you told me to stay away from Red Reichman, but I am very much able to handle myself. And the possibility that he does run the docks is...
Well, that's not a possibility. He does run the docks.
Well, Suriel's just going on the possibility, because, again, Suriel doesn't know if... Because Gallus didn't come back and didn't tell her anything of his conversation.
No, but you know that from before. Like,
I don't
that
think
he runs the docks. That's his official position. He's
Oh
the
yeah,
harbor
but we
master.
don't know if it's Red Reichman, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what it is. You don't know if he's a pirate.
Yeah. It's like, we can assume, but you know. It's like, but if... That is one of the last cutoffs we need to make.
Yes, it
wanna
is.
I
Yeah.
want... Well, I want the cutoff to happen. He would be a pretty good ally to use as a pawn for murders. Just uncontrolled. Let him cut loose. It'd be a great distraction.
Well, as I gauge such things, you're nearly at a point where a pawn is no longer of use. After all, you have only the last counselor, Jaina Holdus, to deal with, and for your use of the disease and the medical supplies to come to fruition. I feel that after them, cutting off the funding supply at the docks will be the last straw that pushes this town into anarchy. And if they behave as I expect them to do, once those 3 tasks are accomplished, the Reclamation will be forced to pull all of their forces back into the Citadel, at which point you can abandon subterfuge, assault them outright, and crush them root and branch. So, his value as a pawn to that operation is limited, considering how soon it will be over, but if you have some design on him that is more long-term, then yes, cultivating him as an asset would be valuable, but think of the chaos the city's finances would be thrown into were the harbor master to be assassinated, and cargo
Another thing.
no longer be efficiently transported to and from the city.
Suriel is kind of digging through her bag at this point. She's like, I was considering assassination. I do have a good selection of poisons to choose from.
If that is your intent, I would advise bringing your friends along. You know that assassinations can go wrong. And
Suriel's eyes widen.
in which case, backup would be of help to you. After all, you don't know whether he will have any backup of his own available should your poison fail to take effect. Besides, killing him won't be enough on its own. You would have to disrupt dock activity entirely. The most efficient way would be to destroy them. Smash the supports and let it sink into the sea, burn it. Something.
Well, a burner is down, so.
Yes. Charlie has made her pyromaniacal bent quite clear, and in this case, I feel it would be useful, don't you?
I do. And I did want to try and do this tonight. But it can wait, I guess. I don't necessarily have to assassinate him right now. As much as I want to. Angry.
Well, you know, they say that a safe and healthy way to deal with one's emotions is to kill a bunch of dudes about it.
Well, you know that saying.
I invented that saying.
It's motive.
Of course, darling.
It's a 28.
Yeah, she's talking shit. She didn't actually create that saying.
Sarah won't say anything, but she'll give her mom the look, like, really?
Yeah, she's using it in the figurative sense of like, yeah, I invented it.
Like, danger is my middle name.
Name,
Yeah.
Trust and danger powers.
Yeah.
Danger's my middle name.
Middle name.
I too
Serial
like
will-
to live dangerously.
Yeah. But
Surya will kind of deflate a little.
I would advise moving on this sooner rather than later. After all, your campaign is one designed to create despair, and, well, too long between actions, the citizenry might start to recover. You wouldn't want to lose any of your progress, would you?
It took so long to get where we are now.
You're right, let's kill him tonight. Let's do it. Come on, Surya, let's do it. Come on.
I mean, we'd have to convince Charlie to burn down the docks with this. Again, I want to do it tonight, but that all depends on if Charlie is willing to burn down the docks.
Just
tonight
grab
or
a
not.
Charlie and drag her to the docks.
I feel like that would
You-
be more suspicious.
Do you honestly feel like it would be that hard to convince her to burn something down?
I mean, I don't think so, but I'm always trying to be cautious. I mean, just the other night, Gallus, you tried, and yes, the walls are that thin. And you failed.
Right, but I won't be asking her this time.
True, this is me we're talking about. And Surya will turn back to Lady Magda.
He listens to you.
And then she'll say,
If you tell her a fire must be set, a fire she will set.
Sorry, one more time, my sister was talking to me.
No. Yeah, she listens to you. If you tell her a fire must be set, a fire shall be set.
Okay, I will make an attempt.
That's all you can do.
And then I will also tell her that her skin suit is almost ready. Skin bodice?
If you're going out tonight, it will be ready in time.
And I will let her know. Gallus, no flirting with my mom while I'm not down here. And Surya will go back upstairs.
Magda
Sort of.
calls up. You're not the boss of him.
He can try.
Darling.
Darling.
Just imagine Gallus. How tall is Gallus again?
About average human height, 5'8".
So Gallus trying to Kabedon Cyriel's mom, who was
She
6
is.
foot.
Yeah, she is 4 inches taller than you.
She just looks down at him.
You know, whatever.
I'm
Look, let
I'm
the
not. I'm
man
not
shoot
saying
his
that's a
shot.
problem. I'm just for the picturing of the scenario correctly.
It's quite
Yes.
funny.
Yeah, she is. She is literally looking down her nose at you.
And it's just a funny thought, and
Huh.
I thought I'd put that out there.
How funny. So is Gallus.
He was a funny thought. Man,
No.
I'm sorry your parents thought
God
you were a
damn-
funny thought.
God damn it. You're...
You're literally looking down your nose at her.
Yes. Because he's noble and...
So is
the
she.
the jokes is always funnier when you have to explain it, you know. Moving on.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So how long is Charlie sleeping? And how easy or hard is it to wake her up?
So she would be sleeping pretty hard after all the crying and mind the busting brain cells that she's been doing. I'm gonna make you roll.
Could I just roll athletics? Pick Charlie up and take her away?
I was looking, I'm like fortitude, reflex, or will save. I'm like,
How about diplomacy?
Yeah, I was also gonna say diplomacy.
yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. Roll to like shake her shoulders and be like, Charlie, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, diplomacy is used to make a request, and in this case, the request is get your ass out of bed.
We're burning shit to
I
death.
have
We're-
I have a DC set in my head. So.
Okay. That's a... What's my diplomacy again? Okay. That's a 21.
Ooh. You were supposed to meet or beat at 22.
No!
I swear to God, I'm not joking when I say in my
How
head. I'm
could
like,
you do
"Yeah,
this
that's
to
a
me?"
22." I'm like, that's a 22.
Try to wake her up.
diplomacy
She just
check.
rolls over and goes, "No, just go 5 more minutes."
Cyriel's
Max,
gonna
you
try.
can make your own cereal. Go.
Cyriel's gonna try again. This time she's gonna say, "We're gonna go burn shit. Do you want to come with us or not?"
Do you want to start a
Diplomacy.
fire?
Diplomacy.
Come on, let's go. Also have some
DC
fun.
reduce after. Yeah, you have to sing it
Yeah.
to her though.
That's a 24 this time.
All right. She goes, "Come on, let's go and play." That's what she'll respond.
Slowly
with.
rises from the bed.
I have to go and start a fire. Yeah, I'll come out to play. All right,
going after
where
the
are we
dogs.
going?
The docks.
Let me get my staff of fire.
Well, remember, you got a new staff.
Yeah. You go get my
I
new
never
staff.
attuned-
Mm.
hold on. I gotta.
I'm not saying you have to use it. I just want to remind you that you have that one, and you can only prepare one staff. So it's staff of fire or a staff of evocation.
Let me look up staff of evocation again. Let's see. Nah, she'll keep her fire.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, but the glitter dust is very tempting.
It's pocket sand.
Pocket
Pocket sand. And I would assume we're also doing this at night.
Yeah. So yeah, you'd have enough time left in the day for a downtime activity, and then nighttime raid. We can do that.
I'll like pull out both staffs and I'll go, what do you think the probability is of somebody on the docks being invisible?
Well,
Probably
you also get magic missile, shocking grasp, and acid arrow.
So, you know. And you can always set stuff on fire by yourself because I know you prepared fireball today.
And produce flame.
And produce flame. But I 100% know you prepared fireball.
Well, no need to prepare produce flame if you take the staff of fire, because the staff has that. But staff of evocation gives you ray of frost, so you could prepare produce flame. And I know
Is the staff of evocation the same charges as the staff of fire? The 3 charges.
yeah. The charges you get is based on your maximum spell level.
Cool. Okay. Just double checking that was the case.
That's
All right.
cool.
I'll invest in the staff of evocation
Okay.
and add that to my. I already added it. Hold on. I always add it to roll 20 so that I you know how I roll. I always like put the
Oh, yeah.
I always bounce the spell in roll 20 so you guys can read it.
Yeah, it's good for that. And I know I know remaster is out, so I'm going to try and start switching over to those terms. So it's not spell level, spell rank. And some spells did get replaced, but I'll go over that as needed. I won't. Like, there's different versions for Ray of Frost and Produce Flame, but we'll switch to those next time, just so you don't have to. Yeah. Yeah, it's little things like Burning Hands is called Breathe Fire now. It still does. It still does the same thing. It just Burning
Has a
Hands
cooler name.
was, well, a non-copyrighted name. Wizards can claim to own Burning Hands. Likewise, Mage Armor is Mystic Armor now,
Ooh.
but it still does the same thing.
I do like Mystic Armor more.
Same.
Yeah.
Makes its own.
Yeah.
Mystical.
Yeah. Magic Missile is Force Barrage.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I don't know. Magic Missile at the Darkness still holds a special place in my heart.
I mean, obviously.
Oh, I agree. I Attack the Darkness will always be there, but
Yes.
now it's I'm gonna cast Force Barrage.
I'm gonna cast Force Barrage.
For us.
Force Barrage.
Put that aside.
So, yeah, we can settle downtime activities real quick and then go to the docks.
Well, now I don't need to do what I thought was going to be my downtime activity. Is the library still open? Like, you could still go there and there's, you know. Not the library. The
Historicum.
Historicum, yeah.
Yeah, and in the interest of keeping things moving, we can also just off-screen the downtime activities.
Yeah, I just wanted to
wanna-
make sure it was still
yeah.
open. Also, for some reason, I can't
it's
see the
open.
docks.
Because I haven't revealed that yet, I think. Hold on,
Oh.
let me-
I just want to make sure.
No, it
Let
should
me
be.
see.
It should be visible.
Darling.
Oh no, man. Grapes, look at your DMs.
No. Okay. Hold
Please. Yeah, I don't know why. I just can't see. Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Yep. So
Uh,
going at night makes things
At
a little bit
night.
easier, but also a little bit harder.
Yes.
So the first being that the gates are closed. Now, that said, the wall here is a sea wall, not like a defensive fortification.
Mm-hmm.
So the stairs on this side, you can just walk up and get on top of the wall. Like, there's not anything stopping you. But yeah, the gate is closed at present. So you can go over the top of the seawall, or you can go around it and swim up.
Mm-hmm.
Your choice.
Question: are we stealthing?
I would.
You could, yeah. I'll need help with that. Because Gallus' stealth is non-existent.
What? Sorry, I heard what you said after that, but not before that.
I said sure, but Gallus will need help with that.
Okay. Please, I just one more level and we could do follow the expert with stealth.
Well, you're getting close.
Oh, it just frustrates me every time. Because
I know.
both Charlie and I are kind of in the same space when it comes to stealth. Either of us.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine.
Yeah, I got a +10.
Yeah, so do I. We're at... Wait, 1 second. Am I +10 or am I +8? Oh yeah, I'm +10 too.
If we're at the gate, do we see any guards?
Yeah.
Are they inside
Can
or
we,
outside the gates?
They are inside the gate.
Okay, so they're on the dock side.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they are. I'll move everyone to where they are currently.
As we're walking up to the docks, though, I will walk up to Gallus and I'll go, "Can you see in the dark?"
No.
Ooh, you know what else I
Okay.
need to do?
Wait.
I will give you a lesser dark vision elixir. It
I
popped
forgot.
in twice, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to update the patrols with their
Oh,
reinforcement from you guys causing problems.
Chaos! Yay! Sariel would 100% have told you all about that. Also, my brain just froze. We should talk about plans before we really get started. Like, what's the start to all of this? How do we want to start this, you know?
Wait, so like
That's
is
a question.
this a ladder or is that like the means to open the gate?
That is a hold on, I'm not sure actually.
Yeah.
Let me open that part of the book.
Because this is actually really good that we're looking at it right now because we would know what the docks look like, but it's, you know,
Yeah,
we
it's been a
totally know
little
what
bit.
we're doing. We know what we're doing, guys.
You know.
Shut up.
Totally.
We
Gallus, you're messing this up for the rest of it. While you're doing that, I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Yep, that is a ladder that goes up to the roof, which is a crenellated tower, like the sword towers.
Okay. Hmm.
Cool. So how are we starting this off, guys? Was my question. Like, how are we getting there for one? Because I know we're stealthing, but which direction are we coming from? Because we obviously would want to avoid the sword towers. So are we coming from the water? Or just outside the walls? Or whatever.
So we're trying to avoid these, correct? The C1
Those
and
are-
C2?
Those are
Or
sword
are we
towers,
looking at-
yes.
Yeah, remember, these are different, like, areas. So the sword tower map is a different location than the dock map.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
How
Yeah,
close?
those-
The docks aren't that close to a sword tower. They're very close, however, to the fortress.
Yes.
That's also like
And-
up a cliff as well.
Yeah. But they could easily look down.
Yeah, I'll take us
If
back to the
anyone's
town
there.
map for a second so we can picture
thank
it.
you. So it's still
that's
pretty
like-
far away, though.
That's like 500 feet away.
Yeah, so it's still pretty far. And yeah, but a sword tower is about the same away.
Yeah. So yeah, you don't have that
My-
much to worry about. From the aerial view, you can also see the actual dimensions of the seawall and where you would have to get to make a water approach.
Get around, yeah.
Yeah. But again, just climbing over is totally doable. But there's stairs on the town side.
I will, in my defense, like the question of like if we were gonna be like swimming to get there, I would make a defense of what is the kind of current kind of wake
Yeah.
situation that we're dealing with.
Which way is it
Um,
going?
Well, you don't necessarily have to swim either. You could use a raft or like a rowboat.
Can you go back
could
to
also
the
just-
the docks map, please?
I sure can.
Thank you.
We can also just stealth around the edge of the water. We don't necessarily have to go into the water.
Well, yeah, you do. The seawall goes around. That's why I was pointing that out. It's where you could either climb over it via these stairs or approach, at least get in the water to get around the wall. You could land like over here on the beach and then get over to the docks on foot, but you'd have to be in the water at least a little bit.
Yeah, I'm talking about not having to be fully like submerged.
Yeah. But you can also, like I said, climb the wall, get on top of the wall, and hop down to the docks. Somebody could get on top of the wall, climb the ladder, or not climb onto the roof of the tower here, come down this ladder and open the
Yeah.
gates from the inside. Or another option is the gates themselves, like it's a wooden portcullis. You could feasibly force it open or
Yeah.
break it. It's just a question of which of those
Do we
is the
wanna-
least risk for you.
Yeah. And that's why I was asking, where do we want to approach from and what is our approach? Because on our way there, we're stealthing, but how stealthy do we want to be when we get there? Because this is a double scenario. This is take out the portmaster and burn down the docks. Or ruin the docks in some way, which usually includes us burning shit, but you know.
I think climbing. I think we're well, would I have to use athletics or acrobatics is the question, because I'm shit at
Athletics
acrobatics
for
but I can't
climbing.
So
Athletics
I
for-
trained in athletics.
If you're just taking the stairs to the top of the wall, no roll necessary. It's stairs.
Yeah. How high is the wall?
It is 30 feet high.
Oh, easy. It's just me making plans prior to combat.
So I also do have
no, the
still
wall is 20 feet. The tower is 30.
I do still have
Still.
helpful steps,
Yeah.
so that could be made useful here. It can create either a spiral staircase or a ladder.
Oh, why?
Up
Oh,
to
well,
a
that's
maximum.
not steps.
Up to a maximum. Yeah, it is. Ladders have steps.
I know, I'm being
Up to a
dumb.
maximum height of 120 feet.
Oh my god, he could send us into the sky.
Yeah.
Climb helpful steps and then drop somebody from its highest height.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about diabolical shit that you can do to people. Oh, this is perfect. Last Surprise from Persona 5 just came on my playlist. Because I think still having someone to keep them distracted is a good idea. So there's going to be guards watching at all times. So someone who's a big enough distraction to keep them a little bit distracted from looking as heavily as they normally would be a good idea. And Gallus, you're already pretty buddy with Jonas, so it wouldn't look suspicious that you're coming over here to talk to him.
Sure.
Which would give Suriel and Charlie enough time to make it over or through the wall. Ugh. I don't know if my plan. Are they doing anything at the docks right now? Are they unloading or loading anything? Or is it like everyone's done for the day and has gone home and the ships have left? Or
There are the 4 porters that you can see are just standing around talking from the boat docked there with lights still on. It's clear that like they're supposed to be working and they're just kind of fucking off.
And Jonas is probably in his
patrol
room.
is split. Yeah. Jonas is probably in his room.
Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people.
Do you think Jonas has like a secret latch on his roof?
Thing I was gonna ask. Well, I wouldn't know unless I climbed up there.
We'll climb up there and find out.
Well, this is before. This is me determining what you guys want to do.
Yeah, pre-before.
Pre-before. Well,
Yes,
we still
before.
still need to. Thing is, we need to get a way to get to Jonas, the totally honest.
Yeah, honest Jonas, brother number 3.
Super honest, like really honest, and
No,
humble
your stealth
too.
Isn't that great? And God, I wish there was a way we could get in without being noticed. Is the huge thing.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, Suriel could take the water, but that still doesn't really help too much.
I mean, we could go with the plan where Gallus is like, "Yoo-hoo, I want to talk to Jonas."
Yeah. But then what would you do after that? Because one of my first thoughts was obviously Suriel sneaking in to poison Jonas's stuff. When we confirm he's dead, we burn down the docks with everyone on it, but we have to do all of that without getting caught. Which heavily stems on without getting caught.
We could just kill everyone there.
That's also a possibility. Throw their bodies in the water.
We could.
But we also have to do that without being too loud.
We could give Jonas an ultimatum. Either fake his death and go back to being Red Reichman. And not Riker, that's a lieutenant in Star Trek.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
That's why I kept saying his name wrong.
I was wondering, I was like, why do I know Riker?
Red Reichman and be a pirate and yar har har. Or we actually kill him. And, yeah.
Oh my god. I'm dumb. I can also use charm.
Sweet.
If it works, of course. I could charm him into attacking the others on the dock.
Well, we don't need
me
it.
afterwards, but it's...
I don't know if we need him to attack. We just need him to
That's
not
just
be
one
the
thing
harbor
we can-
master anymore.
Yeah. Well, we also don't want them coming back under him. That's the thing. We want the Thrune to have complete control over their docks is the thing. And sure, he'll do anything to make sure he gets money. But to me anyways, this is me, might be better just to take him out of the picture completely.
All right.
Which is why it's kind of like I can charm him to make him kill the others, and then he could go back to being Red Reichman. Sorry.
Well-
Yeah. I mixed up the two. I mixed up my two sentences. I can charm him to kill everyone, and then we kill him, or I can charm him and convince him to go back to being Red Reichman. Is what I was trying to say.
Well, something I will remind you of is he was the harbor master when Thrune controlled the city,
Yeah.
and they just kept him on when the reclamation came in. So
they were like, "Hey, good at his job."
you could also just let him stay on when Thrune is in control again, if you convince him to be on your side. Like, that is an option.
Yeah.
Sure, we could do that too. And also
Yeah,
Red
that was
Reichman.
the third thing. Can also just, have his weekends to be Red Reichman.
Yeah. All right, sounds like a plan.
So, Jess.
Ready, break.
No, we need
Yes?
Jess. What do you think?
What's up?
Did you process that?
Let's say yes.
That
I
means
think
no.
I was totally paying attention.
I was trying to assess if lightning bolt could be used with cackle, so I can sustain
Yes.
lightning
No.
bolt.
Lightning bolt is like an attack roll. You just use it and it goes. Cackle is for things that has a duration.
That's what I was trying to figure out. So it has to say duration on it. Okay.
Duration
So you could-
and like say sustained or basically anything that says sustained up to whatever time.
Whatever, yeah.
Like that's when you'd
Alright.
use cackles for spells like that.
I thought I'd try. All right.
It's fine. It was a good question.
It was a good question.
Because it said frequency, so I was like, oh, frequency. That means it must be cackle. Cackle, that's what it is. Anyway, I
so
did
we
catch the part
have
where you were discussing whether or not killing him would be a better idea.
yeah.
I agree, because I feel like if we get to a point where maybe he wants to talk turkey, that's cool. But if he's gonna be a hardhead about it, then fucking kill him. I don't. got time
Depends
for
on
that.
how the conversation goes, because it would be talk to him
Correct.
normally without using charm, probably. Because you're real good at talking with people, Gallus.
Yeah.
And then backup plan would be charm him. If charm fails, fuck him up.
Plan C. Kill them all.
Yes. Now,
I like it.
do we
Can make
walk
it
in
plan.
there normally? I would assume we just walk in there normally.
Yeah, because
Then
anything other than normally, the way things are just laid out is gonna be really
real
hard.
rough. Yeah.
Because there's just a lot of dudes in like such a close proximity, and to get to him inside this building is. Plus, this building is like 10 feet long and 5 feet wide. Like, it's a shack.
It's not. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I just hit my mic. with my
He lives in a shack and the
Yeah.
docks. Like, we're all not even gonna fit in there.
No, God, no. So even though the gate's closed, I assume we just take the wall and then the ladder down and through the gate.
We could just
The other-
like beckon him to
Or
the
just-
gate or outside the gate.
Well, I think he's in his room, so
Yeah, you can also always just have Charlie climb the stairs to the top of the wall and throw a fireball down there.
I mean that is another possibility, but we don't want to do that yet.
Yeah.
That is plan Z. That's plan. Fuck him. Okay.
I mean, honestly, we could just have that as a contingency. Just have Charlie just scoping up on top of the wall, and then once plans go to a certain point,
Awry.
she just goes
Fucking ham.
fireball. It's wizard time, motherfucker!
Wizard time, motherfuckers! Fireball!
Just fireball. Just fireball.
Just fireball.
Fireball.
Just fireball.
Fireball.
Just fireball.
So, Suriel and Gallus go in first. We try our best to convince him to either Red Reichman it up or join us,
My God.
or fuck him and just fireball.
Now I'm just imagining like a parody of Doki Doki Literature Club, just like Doki Doki Wizard School. Just fireball.
Fireball! Just fireball!
It works.
Okay.
It works for everything.
Works for everything.
It works every time,
What's your point, person within fireball distance?
right? You're speaking a lot of shit for somebody within fireball distance. You have
Charlie
to say
goes,
that
"Did
in
I stutter?
character.
I cast fucking fireball.
You have to say that in
But the
character.
room is 10 feet big. Did I fucking
I
stutter?
fucking
Did I stutter?
I said I cast fireball. Onward we go, Gallus and Suriel. Charlie, do the eagle eye from the stairs. If I can get my words out.
Charlie
I
Hawkeye.
can't do the evil eye.
So evil.
Can do.
Damn girl, you're so evil. Got that evil
Damn,
eye.
bitch. Yes, queen.
Yes,
Be evil.
Queen, be evil.
Off, queen.
Is Red Reichman in his room right now, given that it's nighttime? Like when we come around and we go look for him?
Yeah, if anybody goes up to the wall and looks in, you can see there's a light on in there.
Okay.
So wait, these are closed, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they are
Okay.
portcullises.
Okay.
Yeah, which is
Portculli?
why we had to go.
Right, right.
I think it's cullises.
Sorry, I was just
Which is
climbing
why
over
we
the
had-
top.
Yeah, I just take the stores and go up over it and drop down.
Okay.
Oh,
Gallus is
you're
like,
okay. So you're taking the stairs to the top of the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and then going on the wall to drop down
Yeah.
your current position.
it's two Charlies.
Yes.
Okay, so
Oh god, there's two
the
Charlies.
tower
You delete
Starting
this
here-
one because I
Yeah.
can't move it.
Starting here
Okay.
is where the tower would be. So we're talking about
okay.
an athletics check to climb the top 3. You're also rolling a stealth to get past, these guys.
I guess I will serve as distraction.
I mean, we're just going in there to talk to Red Reichman. So if it takes all of that, then we just open the gate, walk in. Or Suri would go up here, go in here to Oh my god! Sorry, my brain.
But opening gate is noisy. It'll grab everyone's attention.
Well, I mean, that's true. But we're only going in to talk right now.
Right. So we're just gonna talk. Right now.
Actually, could Gallus just make... How wide is the tower? Because it starts right here. Does it go all the way to where this ladder?
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
the area where the wall looks wider is the tower.
Okay.
And yeah, it's an additional 10-foot climb up the side. From the top, you can then access the ladder that goes down to the ground floor.
Yeah, I could just make a helpful steps up to the top of the tower.
Yeah.
You sure could.
Do that.
I'd have to waste a spell slot though. I only get so many of them.
That's true. Yeah, but how is Gallus gonna get there? Because either way, I'm gonna have to open the gate. And open the gate is noisy.
Well, I would just have a guard open it because I'm Gallus.
They're all on the
Because
inside,
of-
buddy.
Oh, you gods!
Waves a
waves a handkerchief. Yeah. Someone approach.
Well, first, let me. So, Suriel, are you climbing up?
No.
Okay, so you're just staying at the top of the wall? Okay.
No, I'm staying down with Gallus to get inside easier.
Okay. So, now you beckon, and the sergeant comes over. What?
Oh, well, hello there. Tell me, is Totally Honest Jonas available?
He's retired to his office for the evening.
Excellent, so he's free. Can you beckon him for me, please?
Just a moment.
Thanks, you're a darling.
He goes over there. You hear a knock, some muffled conversation. And a moment later, she returns, says, "The harbor master instructed me to tell you that unless your head is on fire, you can piss right off and until morning. And if your head is on fire, you can piss right on it to put it out."
I forgot to say, Suriel did bring the bottle that she bought from Jaina. She remembers that alcohol was a good way to get him to talk. And Suriel will kind of pull out the bottle and will say, "And if we're just here to drink, if you could go back and see if he's interested then."
Yes, I'm sure Jonas and all the Teamsters would like a drink. He, kind of talks loud enough to try to get the Teamsters' attention.
Well, porters. Teamsters are guys who drive wagons.
Whatever. They all haul shit in one way or another.
Gallus is
And
like,
they're
"Look,
all
that worked for me
very
at some point."
and they're all very important.
Wink.
Shout out to the Teamsters Union.
Do I have to make a diplomacy check to make them go back, or no?
No, I won't make you do that.
Okay, cool.
She goes, again, knocks on the door. You hear a little bit of muffled conversation. And then Jonas does come out.
Ah!
He says, "The docks are closed to civilians at night." And he kind of turns and again, like you did, very loud over his shoulder to the porters. "And if I catch any of you scroungy lot drinking on duty again, I'll dock you a day's pay."
Ooh.
You in trouble?
You run a tight ship here, Totally Honest Jonas.
Why do you say that like it's sarcastic or something? I am Honest Jonas.
Oh, I didn't say anything sarcastic at all. That's your name.
That's just how he sounds.
Yeah, but you don't have to put so much mustard on it.
I love mustard, though.
Look, we're just here to chat, have a good time, maybe drink some. So many other people in this town are so afraid of being outside, and we just want to have a conversation for a bit. You know.
Well, if conversation's all you're after, that can be facilitated, but by a governor's orders, the gate closes at night and stays closed at night.
I mean,
Except to relieve the patrols.
Sorry, say that again. My sister was talking to me again.
The gate, by governor's orders, only opens to let patrols rotate in and out. Otherwise, from sundown to sunup, closed. Period.
so does that mean if we find another way to get around, we can? As long as it's not through the gate. Come on.
I didn't hear you say that. So
Come on, Jonah.
If
He
I'm
like
asked-
whispers like loud enough for him to hear.
Man,
Like, come
in
on,
the middle of a
Jonas.
sentence.
Wait.
Yeah, he's interrupting him. Come on, Jonas. Be a little rebellious. Live a little.
No,
Please.
I don't bite the hand what feeds me.
Mmm.
Can we roll diplomacy?
You sure can. Are we going to make a request?
Yes.
Oh.
Come hang out with us. That's the request.
Let us in, you loser! No, I'm just kidding. The request isn't necessarily to open the gates, but it is, well, what were you gonna say before, James, when you said, I didn't hear you say that, and then Gallus interrupted you?
Oh, Gallus interrupted him, so you have no way of knowing.
Oh.
Yeah, what the fuck, Gallus? God!
Mm,
Yeah. I will
sir.
also point out here, per the rules as written, you can make a request of a creature that is friendly or helpful to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's rules as written. What I would do is, for somebody who is indifferent to you, you would be allowed to make a request, but the DC
yeah.
would be higher
Wouldn't
because
he,
they're not friendly or helpful.
Wouldn't he be friendly to me because I made a good impression?
No, make an impression only lasts for the duration of that interaction.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
Yes, how dare I?
Sorry,
use the
Gallus.
rules.
Sorry, Gallus, you don't live as long in people's heads as you think, okay?
Lies. I'm making
Well, no,
that
it's
diplomacy
just-
check.
Improve attitude is a more difficult role than make an impression.
Yeah.
I would
So, what are we requesting, Grapes? Are we requesting
come
him
hang
open
out.
the gates, or... Okay. I will aid. Syria will kind of hold up the bottle, which is, I mean, she probably went for the more expensive one
Yeah, do we get an alcohol
of
bonus?
rum. Alcohol bonus.
I would say that with you're clearly trying to get him to break the rules is a wash. So the alcohol makes it so you're not taking a penalty.
Okay, fine.
Alright.
What'd you roll for aid?
23!
Ooh, that's definitely gonna help you.
Yeah.
Take me. Oh, okay. My diplomacy is
A number.
27 plus whatever bonus Oni gives
Plus
me.
2.
Plus 2, so 29.
Okay. Let me see something.
Donkeys.
All right, look. As I was saying earlier, if and you did find another way around without opening the gate, which is the specific order I have, I didn't hear you ask that question, so I didn't give you the answer. So if you do show up around the other side somehow, how was I to stop you? I didn't know you were doing it. He like winks.
Wink wonk.
Yes, but what about all your friends?
He doesn't care about those guys. This is just talk between friends, Gallus. The
If
dock workers
you're-
aren't supposed to
Well,
be
no,
walking,
I was-
aren't supposed to be drinking.
more talking about the guards. If the guards were to do anything, what would if let's just say, hypothetically,
If in the heat take issue with you being here, well, that's not my business.
fascinating. He'll just snap his
should-
fingers and a ladder appears against the wall.
We just make our way over like doop 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 doop.
You'll cast Helpful Steps at level 2. And goes
Nice.
up to 80 feet.
Here's the question: how is Gallus gonna get down? Can you can just move it, right?
Can I move it? Let's look. No, I can't move it.
Ah, so how are you gonna get down, bud?
Anyways, we'll figure that out.
Because Suriel can just. She's fine.
Wait,
The later problem.
yeah.
If I
Well, if I were
if
to
I might make a suggestion,
climb up the wall and then cast, yeah.
yeah, because there's already
Yeah.
stairs to the top of the
Yeah.
wall.
All right, Gallus will do that instead. Okay, see you in a bit. Do, 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 do.
So we're just gonna stand out here. I look at Serial.
Well,
Let's
Charlie,
go,
you're supposed to be on the wall.
lesbians. Let's go.
Oh,
I'm
You'd be over
bi. Get
here.
it right.
Well,
Ready
I'm
yet?
over here on the top of the wall.
Okay. Thank you.
And then Helpful Steps down.
Do the guards show any sign of being trouble right now or anything, or are they just guarding?
Yeah, they are alert. Surprisingly, with all the trouble in town.
They just go,
Who
hey,
would have guessed?
hey, stop
and-
that. That's illegal.
Yeah, and as the stairs manifest, you begin making your way down. The sergeant moves to the bottom of the stairs.
Do, 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 do. Oh, hello there.
You're not
Suriel
supposed
just
to
look-
be here. You should turn around and leave.
Why aren't we supposed to be here?
Oh god, they've
Dock
got
is
Skyrim and
closed.
PC.
The dock is closed at night to civilians.
Well, good thing we're
Unless
not
they are-
civilians.
So
I'm a
she,
friend of.
with one hand, kind of pulls out the little bit of her tabard that has the rank insignia on it of the sergeant. It says, "You got one of these that I just can't see?"
No, but we are friends of not just Oppian, but Victor Scave, and we are protecting one of the council, Loredana, and Jaina is another one of my friends. So please,
Oh.
back off before you get yourself hurt. Can't I make intimidation?
Yeah, you can.
Yes. It's been so long since I've done this, I don't remember what my intimidation is.
Power.
Oh, yeah! That's a natural 20 for a 28 right there, baby.
Oh.
Yay. And would this be a coerce?
Yes.
Okay. A great time to roll that. The name dropping. Says, all right, fine. You can stay out here, but if you cause even the slightest ruckus, your very dear friends will have to come collect what's left of you in the morning.
They're so cute when they try to be threatening.
They are very cute when they try, I know. Suriel will just
Oh.
drop down the rest of the louder.
Oh,
the
just
louder,
remember,
the louder.
Saunter past them.
a sergeant was the one who almost pushed Uktuk's poop in when you did the cart heist.
Oh yeah,
it's
we're
fine.
still messing with them.
We're
We're a level
fine.
higher now, it's fine.
Gallus is better than Uktuk. It's fine.
Yeah, Uktuk is his bitch, as discussed.
Gallus has said, yes.
And he just saunters right up to universally super honest Jonas. I almost said Horace for a second. Why am
Horace?
Jonathan.
Why am I completely fucking up this guy's name constantly?
At least I have the John.
Horace.
Fucking horse!
You know, I almost said Jonathan, but at least I had the John. Damn, Grapes.
Why can nobody remember this man's name? Nobody can remember this man's name.
Because we don't respect him, that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
It's totally not because we have just bad short-term memory.
Yep. It's totally not because your brains are broken.
Nope, definitely not.
Oh,
Anyway.
nope, definitely not.
Come on, Charlie.
Okay. Sorry, hold on.
So, not that I don't appreciate it, but that's an awful lot of hullabaloo just to come down and make a social call.
We do what we want.
Bored. And we're bored.
And we're bored. No one's at the tavern. It's quite sad.
That
Well,
is normal.
Imagine most folk are staying home at night. What with the killings and the burnings.
Yes.
I suppose.
Most folk aren't very resilient in the face of such things.
Inside, you know, don't really need to be out here with all of these people. I mean, we only came here to talk with you, so.
Yeah, shall we, go somewhere else?
As the saxophone starts playing in the background.
Can I roll to seduce? I'm still wearing my seduction robes, by the way. No, I'm kidding.
My duties prevent me from leaving, but you're welcome to stay here if you wish to visit. I'd invite you inside, but you'd find my quarters quite cramped, I fear.
He just like there is like a boat here, right?
Yeah.
And he just like looks at the boat and he just like motions his head towards it. It's like we could walk up there, see what's up. Just hang out.
That'd require the leave of the captain.
Raises an eyebrow.
The captain of the ship, you know, the man in charge.
And that would be?
Hold on, I have to remove.
Yeah.
I have to refer to a document I haven't done in a while. My list of NPC names.
Wow, they have a name. Holy shit, guys. Please, I want this to be the woman we ran into last Saturday, who's also the mayor, who just happens to also look like a pirate. Because why not?
that was in Rune Lords.
I know, that's why I want it to also somehow be her.
They're
No
all
logical
connected.
It's a foul-tempered little man from Osirian by the name of Ibrahim Moises.
That's those were words.
Ibrahim Ozus.
You wanna to post that? Yeah, thanks.
Ibrahim Moises.
Moises.
That is what he
Moises.
said.
Yeah.
Wait, I tied a typo. There we go.
Ah, shit.
And
Ibrahim Moises.
And where is this
Moises.
Mr. Ibrahim? Captain Ibrahim, rather.
I would assume on his ship.
The captain would be abed now. don't imagine his disposition would be quite friendly if you woke him. Especially considering he leaves on the dawn tide.
Ugh. Well, then your quarters it is.
Your quarters it is.
You heard me say it's cramped, right? Like, I'm not even sure all of us could fit.
Well, I could sit on your lap if you'd like.
Oh.
Was Charlie serious?
Save room. Now, she's gonna kind of say it half-heartedly, though.
Look, we won't be here for long. We can handle a little bit of discomfort for a little bit of fun conversation and rum. I was trying to remember what I grabbed
right.
from Jada.
If you insist. And yeah, the room is real cramped. It is like 10 square feet.
Yeah.
Gallus takes the bed.
Maybe 15
course
with the
he
entry area.
Of course, Gallus does.
And Jonas sits in the chair.
Let me try that again. Does he have several glasses or just one for himself? Because I know he drinks in his room.
He doesn't have any glasses in here.
Yeah, we just passed the bottle.
Yeah, he is a drink from the bottle kind of guy.
Valid.
No glasses.
Right?
No, none.
Who am I, the queen?
No, that's Gallus.
I will have to tell you a story off game about that
Yeah.
same what is it, the queen? Like I have a good joke
Yeah.
about that.
It's too soon, man. Too soon.
So Gallus,
It's actually not a joke.
shut
it's
up!
I'm sorry.
Gallus,
Go ahead.
you want to start? Sorry,
Rest in
that shut
peace,
up
her
was
match.
to Grapes. That shut up was to Grapes, not you, Jax.
Okay.
Grapes, does Gallus want to start the conversation? Or do we... why am I stuttering so much? Do we just want to start off with drinking first?
Well, of course we
Jesus
want to
Christ.
start off with drinking first.
Cool. Surreal is
Well,
gonna
pass
let
the bottle around.
totally honest Jonas brother number 3, as I gave him his
Jonas,
title.
brother number 3.
Let him have the first swig. Trust,
Yeah.
that we didn't poison this.
Did we? What?
No,
Well,
I said we
wouldn't,
didn't.
Wouldn't
Okay.
if that's what you're going for, he should drink the last. He should have the last first drink. Like if you want to prove to somebody you haven't poisoned them, you drink first.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to sign a trust to say that we didn't poison it. That was my inside thoughts coming out.
Okay.
Once again, I mixed up 2 sentences. What I was trying to say was that let him have the first drink as a sign of trust. Also, I didn't poison it. That's been happening a lot for like the past 3 days.
It's weird that you'd even bring up poison. It's most of the time that's just assumed unless you say otherwise.
Oh, get out of here, Jonas. That was out of character.
But
Oh,
I've escaped character. Ah!
Fine, I'll kill him. No.
wise words from supreme honesty that is Jonas.
Jonas, right? Don't forget his full title! Which you've probably already forgotten. But yeah, Surya will let him have the first swig. And do remember, she got the good shit, so... we
Straight-
probably spend like a good...
Straight from the
10.
shackles.
Yes. We probably spend like a good 10 minutes just drinking and making very awkward eye contact. No,
I'll just
my
kinda
other
start,
question.
like a conversation like, how's the open waters? I don't know.
Open. Charlie's already tipsy somehow.
She's lost a lot of
Charlie-
blood.
Yeah, Charlie is lightweight. We've established this.
This is true, actually, yes.
It's the sea is the sea. Temperamental, often given and taken with great bounty. That's why it's like a woman in that way. Some days it gives you all it has, other days it takes what you got.
Both women in the room raise their eyebrows. Gallus also does.
I
No.
know.
Israel.
No offense, ladies. I'm sure you're both lovely people.
Oh, they're not.
Jonas just sees a creeping smile. He's not sure if it's like a sarcastic one, like, haha, thanks. Or, like, that's danger right there. He can't tell which one it is. But it... Shit. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say now. Well, as some... How close is the capital? How close did it grow up to water and ships is the real question. I was trying to ask too many questions at once.
That would be up to you, most likely.
Yeah. Well, because I grew up in the city, so...
Hold on.
Stop dying, Grapes.
That was me.
Oh, stop dying, James.
No.
Yes. Who's gonna be our DM? Although
Fine,
if you die...
I'll live.
Although if you die and you come back, will you be the DM?
Probably. So, yeah, looking at the national map, West Crown is a coast city.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. Probably
Yeah,
pretty
and
close
that's-
to the water.
West Crown is the old capital.
Yeah.
That's where all the old money stuff is. Igorian is the new capital, which is upriver, but it's on a lake.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it's on a fucking lake. Sorry, it's just like, of course. Suriel will probably try and get as comfortable as she can wherever the fuck she is in that room, and will say, well, I did grow up in a coastal city, so very well acquainted with how the water works, and honestly, yes, comparing it to a woman is fair.
I don't mean anything like any negative stereotypes about it, but like one day a woman can bear a child, the other day she burns a man's house down. The capacity
True.
for both exists.
This is out of character laughter because Suriel's like, oh, I know. Who I know? Everyone looks at Charlie.
Charlie will get introverted and go, I never use protection. And then she'll just kind of like get blushed like in the face. Blushed.
Yeah. He'll be like, oh yes, I do.
Like, never
very
thought of
much
that.
know." Charlie's like, oh shit, wait. Suriel will say, I do know actually very well. I had a couple friends who did that. They weren't friends long afterwards, given how it ruined their reputation, but
Yeah, destroyed reputational. Ruin a man just as much as a deadly blow.
Ow. Sorry, that was out of character. But that beside the point. My friend Gallus here was telling me how you just somehow got really lucky and were able to, keep working your normal work, both under the throne and under the reclamation, just back and forth. That is amazing. And somehow you haven't been a target for these attacks.
Well, as to the first part, I can tell you, 'tweren't luck. They recognized that my skills were needed to keep their town functioning. As for the latter, well, security is the way it is. There's always a guard patrol here. I think that might have warded off whoever's doing it. They seem, less inclined to a stand-up fight, more prone to hit-and-run attacks. Which, you know, if you ask me, is the coward's way to fight, but, you know, smart man fights a way that lets him live to see the next day.
Indeed.
So,
I mean, what else can anyone do?
Indeed.
We're all out here just trying to survive.
Ambush tactics and such. That is the work of pirates and bandits.
Wake.
just so. And they're the types that'd tell you they'd be willing to die for honor, but I never really bought into that idea too much. I'd rather live for honor and maybe die for... Well, no, just live for honor. You know.
Or just live
Valid.
in general.
Sense motive. I just want to see if he's, you know, being genuine. Genuine, honest Jonas right here. Okay, you know, it would help if I actually put the dice in the dice tray.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's 25.
Yeah, he seems pretty honest about at least what he's saying directly of dying
Words.
for an honorable fight being kind of dumb.
Of course he's being honest. He's honest Jonas.
Jonas! You're right. Oh my god. Why would I even think he's lying, guys? I'm so terrible. As I stare at the hard
Jeez.
camera. Just out of curiosity, I was talking to Jaina earlier about this with how it's ramping up. If you got the possibility to keep your skin if all of this goes awry, would you? You know, I mean, again, you are a valuable asset, so I highly doubt that the throne would kill you. But would you do anything to keep yourself alive?
Well, that'd depend on what you mean by goes awry, I suppose.
Well, let's just
I can
say
see that.
if one of those insurgents decided to attack you after all. He just kind of looks outside. Is there like a window to outside?
No.
He just like motions outside, even though there's no one else. Like, you know, ship right there. You could probably take that ship over and save your hide and get out of here before the insurgents do take you on.
And this is all purely hypothetical.
Purely
Mind you.
hypothetical.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong here, but to me it sounds as though you're implying I turn to a life of piracy.
Or
I mean-
perhaps return to a life of piracy. Wink.
I'm not sure I like your tone.
I don't think anybody likes his tone, but I would
No
just
one
go with
really
it.
does.
Everyone loves my tone. What are you talking about?
Charlie lifts an eyebrow and looks at him like,
Everyone
really?
loves me. Everyone alive that
Everyone-
loves me.
Everyone looks at him like, oh, honey, please.
Everyone alive loves me.
While Gallus is distracted talking about how people love him so much, Suriel will just say, I'm just curious, because everyone's had such an interesting answer. Not necessarily about the going through piracy, but what would you do? if the insurgents came in and tried to take over the town again, how would you save your skin?
Well, you see, it's like this. These here ducks, these are my ducks. And if they find themselves under attack, well, I'll defend my livelihood. Now, if the town is attacked, and the town finds itself under new management, and they come out here and make themselves known to me, well, long as I get to keep my ducks, don't really care much who I answer to. But anybody tries to come out here and hurt my livelihood, well, they'll find I'm not entirely a coward, even if dying for honor doesn't necessarily appeal to me.
What
Dying
if
for honor is not for everyone.
What if there were to say a way to save your skin but still keep your job? You wouldn't need to fight for your dogs because the dogs will be right here when you return. Just have different colored banners.
I am going to have him roll a sense motive.
Do we need to roll deceptions?
What?
No, it's going to be against your deception DC.
My deception DC is 23.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I am going to flip a coin
Ooh.
Oh boy.
to roll twice on this one.
Before you continue, I want to see if anyone outside might be listening in.
You can do a perception to see if anybody is outside.
Like, against the fucking door trying to listen to the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that is another 25.
Doesn't seem to be anybody
Okay.
there.
Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. We should have left Steven outside and let Charlie do her thingy.
Yep. But, you know, ifs and buts.
Ifs
Yeah,
and
didn't
buts.
think of that.
And he stands and says, "Excuse me for a moment. I need to, warm up the seawater, if you know what I mean."
Can I do a sense motive?
Gallus would like to do a sense motive to see what
Yeah.
he means.
Does Gallus not know what that means? Find
Well,
out.
no.
I know. I'm just being dumb, okay?
Means he's going to piss.
Ellie will go. Do you need help with that?
24!
No, it's not really a two-person activity unless you feel the need to relieve yourself as well.
You could.
I rolled a
I mean, we can
23.
hold hands.
Yeah. Let me see, what is
24.
his? Okay. Yeah, you can both tell that he is suddenly nervous.
Gallus will also get up. No, not quite yet.
Suri will take another swig of the rum. Again, we're just here as friends.
Of course. As
again,
friends.
If you don't want to be standing in a puddle, I'm gonna step outside, make my puddle there. If you know what I mean.
No. You know what they say.
It's
Once
up
you,
and is
once
now
you,
moving towards the door.
I'm stopping him.
Yeah, I need to go anyway.
Physically stopping him?
Yeah.
Well, if Charlie says she has to
when
go
you gotta
anyways,
you gotta go.
let him go.
It's like all like how girls they go in a gaggle, like they go to the bathroom together. Like sometimes you just gotta go together. Yeah?
We can go together.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Gallus, are you still physically stopping him?
He just takes a moment to consider what Charlie says and is like, "You're right. Us boys need to stick together."
All right. You step out onto the docks, and as soon as we're outside, two things happen.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
The first is Gallus.
Mm-hmm.
What is your fortitude DC?
22.
Okay. Okay, so he's really, really good at athletics.
Uh-huh.
And
I would imagine.
he grabs you by the shoulders
Mm-hmm.
and shoves you into the water off the
Wow,
side of
that's
the
so
dock.
mean.
Oh.
Surreal at this point would start casting charm.
Cups his hands and yells, "It's them! They're the insurgents!" At the guard patrol.
Sploosh! And then Gallus just floats
Right.
there and goes, well, that was a mistake.
And we are gonna roll for initiative next time.
Hell yeah.
Oh, boy.
No.
By the way, the moment he started leaving, Suriel had started casting charm. Which is going to be real interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, guess he doesn't want to keep his livelihood.
Yeah. Guess he'll die.
Guess he'll just die. And that'll be it for this episode of The Pathenders, the podcast, the stream, the game, the movie.
You know, I wanted to go at least one time without having to kill someone, you know? But
You
you know
know-
what? This is cathartic.
Well, you still have Jaina you might be able to get away with.
It's true.
True. You know, if we don't get caught here.
Yeah, if you don't get caught here, because remember, only one person has to get away to blow your
Yeah.
cover.
Good thing them
But
gates are
that's why
closed.
Charlie has Fireball.
Fireball. Let's say our goodbyes, everyone. This has been Pathenders Podcast. You've all been great. Will we survive this battle at the docks? Or will
Probably.
Joda get his comeuppance?
Did you say Joda or Jonah?
I'll leave that up to you.
Cool.
Yoda.
Jess, who are you? And where can we find you?
Hey, I'm Jess. You can find me at Twitter, Topaz_romance. And then the blue sky, Topaz romance no underscore. Fun fact about Charlie, she is been like every kind of service industry worker you can think of. Worked in a pub, you know, she like the Sheliax version of like Sonic, where you know you have the skates where you're kind of skating to the. So she's had every kind of service industry job you can think of, and that's my little fun fact for the day. To James.
I am James. I am on the Twitter and the blue sky at the Ramble Rouser. I'm also at Pathenders Pod on the Twitter because somebody has to be. I think I said that last week too, but it remains accurate. Yeah, shitpost at me on there. I would lose my shit if people started sending me memes.
Please send us memes.
Please send us memes. We are meme starved.
We love memes.
We love the
I
memes.
send like obscure portraits that I'm like, this is Charlie and her patron, and it's like watercolored like smudges, and they're like, James supposed to be like, yeah, okay,
It's a lie. Wow, Jess. Wow. Okay.
I'm joking. I'm
Just
joking.
impugning my integrity. Jeez.
Right? Jeez. Ugh.
Oh no. I joke. I kid. I joke. I kid.
Yeah. So yeah, then that makes it Oni's turn.
On
It
me.
is me. That's me. I'm hoping we totally make this save next week, and it totally isn't suspicious at all that he ran out of his room and yelled, "There! It's them! They're the insurgents." It's totally fine. You can find me pretty much anywhere under the name Flustered Bun, where I do art and I post art. Maybe I'll stream again at some point. Who knows? And maybe while I'm on vacation next week, I'll actually finish a commission or two. Also, who knows? It all comes down to my neurospicy brain determining if it has the motivation or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
Dopamine, please.
Speaking of next week is the American Thanksgiving, so we may or may
Columbus.
not have an episode next week. We'll let you all know what happens.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, the other function of the Twitter is if we're doing a show or at a different time or a different day or whatever, that is where I will post it.
Yeah. And then who's left? Me. I'm left.
Yeah.
I'm Grapes. You can find me at places that I don't really visit. Twitch, Twitter. I am Grapes. I_am Grapes. I'm Grapes. I am Grapes, but Grapes is spelled Graepes. If you watched Whitest Kids, you know.
He's the
get it.
grapist.
I'm the grapist. One fun fact about Gallus. Shit, I did have a fun fact about Gallus, but I had forgotten it. Oh yeah. He's slowly coming to realize, like, this whole mission, every time he's trying to convince someone to join the dark side, they're like, no, and fight you. So it's like, we might as well just kill everyone.
Yeah, maybe I'll just give up and start stabbing people on sight,
This is why dead people are just better.
I forgot about Suriel's fun fact. Suriel's fun fact is that she was trained from a very young age to do what she does. And what is that? You'll figure that out maybe.
Be a bitch.
You know off air, bitch.
I don't know. You underestimate the ability of my memory.
Or overestimate it. Not underestimate it, I overestimate it.
Who we gonna raid, Oni?
I sent it to you already.
Well,
the tart that stinks.
Stinky tart. Stinky Pop-Tart.
Stinky dog. Go in there and tell him he's stinky.
Tell him he's
playing
stink-flavored Pop-Tart.
They're playing Dark Souls 3. Him and one of our other friends, Johnny. They're racing to the end. This is day
Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
Okay, change it. We're going over there, and we all gotta say Bear Seek Quest.
Oh, you're right. He looks like a clown right now.
Quest. Go, my minions. Go and spread the word.
Go, you heathens. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Later.
Bye.
Bye. Ba-da-ba.